Alright. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're gonna be continuing with Spider-Man today. I don't remember. I mean, I remember we're at like the 40% mark. I might actually remember. I think when we left off, I was working on... Raymond, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I think we were working on the Black Cat things, dolls. I don't know what I would even call them necessarily, but the ones where you have to go take all the pictures of the little Black Cat things, those. But hello, Ryan.
Man, I'm tired.
I didn't know that they were voting for House today. Or House. Speaker. House. Anyway. With that early misspeak out of the way, Spider-Man time. Wait, I can kill the RuneScape music. One. I actually had no idea that was happening today. It shows you how in tune I am with American politics right now. What flavor are we drinking? I think it's peach. Hold on.
Oh boy. Rocket.
I can't really tell if that can is orange or pink right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's sitting right in front of me, but it's flipped around, and because of the lighting in here, orange and pink can look very similar. So hold on, it's one or the other. It's not Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch is the blue can. That one I would recognize. I love when they hit each other with the rocket. It makes me so happy. So in tune with American politics. Yeah, I still... Never mind. I was gonna bring something up, but probably safer not to. Oh yeah, I love Electric Punch too. As much as I really like Battle Focus, an ability that just makes it so that every attack of yours chains lightning across anyone remotely near them and stuns the entire group. There's not much more beautiful. Oh shit. Ryan, did you see, I know that you have a pre-order in for Spider-Man 2. Did you see the gameplay trailer?
Demons need a vacation or something. Dudes are way...
Game looks great. Oh, and even beyond that, anyone see the review scores for Spider-Man 2? The embargo lifted yesterday. That is peach. This is the peach can. Probably still my least favorite of the three. Gotta be real, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's the least good. But also hello Dream Master and War Master. Hello. Coke Lemon. I've heard Coke Lemon is pretty nice. I've never tried it though.
Demons,
hello.
There are easier ways to make money, guys. Less socially destructive too.
The socially destructive ways are the most fun ways. Like destroying the RuneScape economy by flooding the market with bananas. That's pretty socially destructive and wildly entertaining. Or calling everyone's least favorite Armored Core game actually kind of okay. Which is apparently like the most inflammatory thing that I've said all year. Judging by the comments on that video. You think all of my like Tears of the Kingdom hate or Elden Ring criticism or anything of that sort was inflammatory? Oh boy. It's got nothing on me saying that that game is actually just kind of, you know, a good time.
Demons are after some serious financing.
There's a lot of demons crimes right now. I forgot that I was like working through both of them at once. I remembered that I was doing the Black Cat stuff, but not the demon crimes being all over the place. And whip. Where is
Black
this
cat's
one?
been here.
Oh, I see a cat.
She was doing this in person the first time I caught her. Or did she catch me?
I see a cat
Can't
on
just
the
be
wall.
some elaborate flirtation. Hasn't she heard of dating apps? She's up to something.
Oh, sure enough.
Meow.
Meow.
It's Ty Stone's place, and it's full of priceless art. You're playing with fire, Felicia, but I guess that's how you roll.
This one next. Shit. I don't know why I thought I was gonna do the whole like web zip there when I was standing quite literally right next to it, but I was fully expecting to. Whoa. That one was maybe a little spooky.
Demons are getting
I also heard,
engaging police.
no one in chat told me this, I saw it on Twitter, but apparently in Spider-Man 2, you can turn on fall damage so that if you fall from way too high up while swinging, it'll potentially kill you. If you just splat onto the ground from like, you know, the top of the Empire State or something. Their disguise was impeccable. The RuneScape quests. Something that we all need to get through at some point, but that none of us really want to get through. Actually, I know that there are like a select few out there that enjoy RuneScape questing. There's just not that many of them. Oh, Electric Punch for the big boys is even better than just for groups of enemies. I love it so much. It sucks that it's tied to the like ugliest suit in the game.
Demons fight like men possessed.
Actually, what is the ugliest suit in the game? At least from what I have available. Because I would, at least from these top couple rows, definitely say that it's this one. This is the one I meant. I do not like it. But I don't think any of the DLC suits are that ugly. This one is kind of wild, but I wouldn't use the words ugly, right? Stealth suit, it's not ugly. It's not my thing, but it's not ugly. Yeah, out of what I've got right now, it probably is this one, actually. Alright, anyway. More black cat pictures to be taken.
Good one.
So that I can get a really cool suit. That is the reason. Alright,
Alicia thinks she's toying with me. I learned something in each of these scenes.
I don't see any cats. Like, at a glance. Maybe if I just look for... like a... oh, I see it. I was gonna say a glint, and then right as I was about to say it, it happened.
Some big-time lawyer lives here. I bet she's after his client list to find new targets. Hate to admit it, but she's one smart cat.
The stakeouts are kind of brutal to get through when you're grinding through them like this. Since the only, like, per activity reward for them is just 100 XP. I think I actually just said that the other day, right? That even though there's not that many of these, they're kind of just not exciting to get through because it doesn't feel like you really get much of anything from them aside from the suit at the end. I think the token system is normally really great in this game in terms of like incentivizing all the side content. And this specific piece of side content just doesn't have it.
Felicia's keeping busy.
Oh, honestly, I was talking over him, so I was not
Let's see where
invested.
she hit this time.
I didn't even really think about it until after I cut him off. That one's on me. Hello.
Hello,
Giant mural.
Cornelius Van Lunt's place. She's hitting places full of one-of-a-kind valuables. She must be working for someone. Otherwise, why not just steal cash?
Well, that's a question that I certainly don't have the answer to in hindsight. And if I'm being honest, I don't really remember it, because I was never all that invested in the story of the DLCs. Although Black Cat's DLC I do remember being the best one, in all fairness. I generally, from what I remember, I think that like as I went through all the DLCs for the first time last year, I felt like they kind of just got progressively less interesting with each one. I'm not sure if that was the case, but that's what I like vaguely remember in terms of like their individual quality. I remember just liking each one less than the one that came before it. Where I was like, okay, Black Cats was alright. But then I'm trying to think. The second one was it Hammerhead? And then Silver Sable, I think? Or no. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, was it Hammerhead? Wasn't Hammerhead also a big part of Sables, though? I don't remember all that well. 2 days left. For most. For those of us on PC, or not even for most, for the PS5 boys. For us PC boys, who knows how long. But I'm excited just that people will be able to get in and play it and stuff like that, right? Like, even if I won't be playing it, probably for a while, I'm excited for everyone else to get in to play it in a weird way. Even though I'm like, yeah, it might be like a year for me. It might be a while. But that new trailer looked really good.
Boring. My target number's 50 million. Nice round number.
Where? Oh, I see the mural, and now I see the
But if you catch
glint.
me before I hit my goal, I'll give it all back and go straight. My future's in your
Feel sad
hands,
for them. As
Spider.
long as I avoid spoilers, I'll be perfectly fine. At least 2 to 3 years? I don't think so. Ragnarok gives me hesitation, but also we know from like investor calls that Ragnarok is low on the priority list because God of War didn't sell very well on Steam when it came out on this. Well, it sold fine. It sold like 2 million or something, but to Sony's standards, they were like, yeah, God of War didn't sell well enough. But Spider-Man was their best-selling PC port so far, and then Miles Morales was their second best. So I feel like they'll probably have Spider-Man 2 high on the list. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that game gives me hesitation just because they haven't ported it yet. But outside of that, we know that their long-term plan, at least from what they laid out, like, last year, was it? Yeah, it was like around summer last year that they said that their goal was to have all their first-party stuff on PC by 2025. But I definitely think just because the Spider-Man games have sold so well for them on Steam, that they're probably going to try to port it sooner than most of their other games. Ow! Can you slow down? That guy kind of made me panic. Depends on as good as it'll be selling on PlayStation. It'll sell great on PlayStation too. Like, it's true, but it'll sell really well on PlayStation. There's so much hype behind this one, right? There's so much hype. Whoa. I get freaked out when it does that thing where I'm so close that it kind of hangs me in the air for a second. It makes me nervous that I'm gonna splat every time. Even though there's no fall damage. It might just be from playing the Treyarch games as a kid. Force people to buy the console? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because I think that, well, obviously as they're making the move towards, like, in the next couple years, they want to start doing simultaneous launches. And especially with Jim Ryan being gone now. I think Sony's going to move much more towards, like, the service-based side of the industry rather than the hardware side. Because, like, you look at Microsoft, and Xbox has sold the least systems out of all the big three. But Microsoft's overall earnings through, like, first-party titles and Game Pass and all that, like, their total revenue is higher than PlayStation, and I think it was about, I'm trying to remember. I think it was only like 8% short of Nintendo. They're just not going to beat Nintendo, right? But it was closer than you would think. So I think Sony, especially with Jim Ryan being gone, I think PlayStation will move towards the service focus side of the industry a little more rather than the hardware side, but it also kind of depends who takes his place, because we don't know that yet. At least not to my knowledge. Do we know that yet? Maybe I'm just out of the loop. Ghost never came to PC either. I don't know why Ghost isn't on PC. The Last of Us 2 makes sense. I actually was just talking about why that isn't on PC recently. And it's not just because they wanted to do The Last of Us 1 first. It's part of it. It's a big part of it. But so far, Naughty Dog has put out 2 ports for PC in the last year, and they're swinging 0 for 2. The Uncharted port, people don't really talk about, but it had a really big problem where about half of the owners on Steam, when it came out, couldn't save their game. So, if you wanted to play Uncharted, you'd have to start a new save file every time for like the first month or so of the game being on PC.
Alicia's close to her goal.
It was one of the only times that Steam has issued refunds outside of their normal policy. And then obviously, I don't need to explain the whole situation with the port of The Last of Us Part 1. Right? That's been probably PlayStation's biggest disaster in years. So it definitely makes sense that we don't have The Last of Us 2 yet. Because also, as an owner of The Last of Us Part 1 on PC, let me tell you, 4080, i9, 13900K, I still can barely lock the game at 60. Like, as of 2 weeks ago. I have, like, about the best consumer grade hardware, because I recently upgraded like a month ago, and I wanted it to be, you know, the kind of new PC that I don't have to build another new one for like 5 years. So I just juiced it out, and I still can't run The Last of Us Part 1 well. After like 6 months of patches and top-end hardware, it still sucks ass. So I think that's a big... There it is! Holy shit, that one was hard to find.
She's obviously familiar with these places. And that gives me
Stop flexing it. I'm not flexing it. I'm just saying, like, a port is bad, like, really bad, if it gets 6 months of performance updates, and I still, like, on top-end hardware, can't run the game. Women won't get wetter hearing about your specs. Yes, they will. They definitely will. What are you talking about? Oh, I have to do it. I have to run this for a minute. Hold on. I can never not run it. This is one of the goofiest Spider-Man suits ever. I love it so much. You don't know what you're missing out on? I know what I'm missing. I grew up on PlayStation, but especially now, like, I was heavily considering it for Spider-Man 2. But then I was like, honestly, I can wait. Because again, like in a couple years, their stated plan is to just kind of do what Xbox does, where rather than having it be like fully console exclusive for their new games, it'll be on PlayStation and PC and just not on Xbox. Like just not on the direct competitor, right? The way that Microsoft does it right now. So it's like, I could buy it for the sake of like those couple years, but I could also just wait. And I'm fine waiting. God damn, it looks smooth.
Alicia's leading me on a chase.
The new game looks great. It looks so good.
By feeding all the past locations into an algorithm,
I'm hopeful that my wishful thinking about like the sales of the first 2 games on Steam
too late to stop her here.
Will
2 more locations should give me enough data.
We'll get that port soon enough. Wait for the Slim. I forget that they're doing a Slim. I've got 2 left, right? Actually, it did not give me the pop-up with the counter on it. Damn it. Oh! 2 left. It'll be cheaper. Maybe. Because, like, I haven't even played God of War 2018 yet. And at this point, like fairly soon, well, I don't know how soon, but on the list for like review series and stuff is God of War. So like another series of just playing through every God of War game and reviewing them as we go. So I'll probably just save my first time playing the reboots for that series.
Felicia's close to her
And
goal.
hopefully by then Ragnarok will
way
be
too
on
big an area to
PC. Who the
search.
hell knows?
Gotta narrow it down. Every
Spider
data point
Cop.
helps. Who she robbed? Where they live.
I want a Spider Cop.
I think Lonesome Pinky lives here.
I don't know how I've
For
never
a
thought about
country
this
singer,
until just
she's
now.
Getting creative, but I'm getting closer.
This was like
One more ought to do it.
complete out of nowhere idea, chat. But what if Spider-Man 2 Spider Cop suit? Hear me out? Hear me out? We both know you're dropping it after stream. No, videos, Sepper. Like the Armored Core shit. $50 for the stand for the CD reader? What? Jesus. That makes sense, to be honest. It doesn't surprise me, because at that point, it's like the same price, right? It just seems like a better deal. Although they might, like, you know, do the thing where they have a slightly faster CPU in it or something as well. I think there will be a Spider Cop suit. There better be. Ow, bastards. I need to pay more attention, clearly. Hold on. King of the Ring time. Why didn't he shoot? You off the building. And you off the building. And you. Ah, fuck. Come here. Ugh. It'll be the same console. Yeah, unless they do like the... Because it'll pretty much be like what the PS4 Pro was, right? Where it's like, it's the same thing, but maybe like 5% faster. Right? Or have they already confirmed that it'll be the exact same, like, internals wise? Because at that point, it is just like the same price for the same thing. But I guess maybe it's slightly cooler to have the new one at the same price, you know? PS Slim came out 2 years from now. We'll have PS5 Pro. Isn't the point of the Slim that it has more storage? Oh, is that the point? Are they upgrading the hard drive? Is that it?
I need to find Black Cat.
Or sorry, the
My
SSD.
rough estimate. She's got about
I'm never gonna
49
get
million
used to
loot.
saying SSD.
I reach her before she gets to 50.
I'm just
she
always
might go
going to
straight.
say hard drive.
Another cat. Oh man, that's the gallery where they keep the Jade Tiger. That's worth a cool million.
1
I better run my
terabyte instead of
algorithm to find
800.
Felicia, quick.
That really is not much of a I mean, for people who do install
Found her
like
hideout.
a lot of
Gotta get there
games,
before she leaves town.
I guess it's like that's probably 1 or 2 more games nowadays, if we're being honest. Maybe 3, depending on what exactly you're talking about. I would say the average game right now is like 50 gigs for new stuff. So probably 2 or 3 more games installed at once. But I have so much storage in this computer, and if I go to my Steam right now, I legitimately only have games installed that I'm streaming right now. Because that, like, if I'm not playing stuff, I just don't leave it installed on my drive. There's no reason. Yeah, I'm at least you install MW2 or 3 and it's like the same thing. Bro, at least MW2 got a little smaller than like the Warzone CODs had been. But Jesus Christ, also, did anyone play the MW3 betas? I've asked this before because I'm just trying to hear thoughts from people. I did not play over the weekend because I am cramming in video work right now because I fell a little behind last week.
Demons aren't
So, did anyone play COD beta? I know the open beta was over the weekend, and I just missed it. Whoa. That cop was looking to cause some damage. For no reason. God, I love this suit so much. For me, it's like the same thing. It definitely seems like it's more of an expansion than like a new game, right? Like, it's kind of just MW2 on all the classic maps. Especially with the whole, like, you know, all of your weapons and operators and stuff from MW2 are going to be available to use in MW3. It is like, I think they're just going for an expansion, which, to be fair, from what we know of what happened internally with MW3, it was going to just be an expansion, but then they upgraded it like halfway through development to be a full premium title.
Real talk, guys.
Hope Battlefield will step up this time. Are they... Battlefield 1 is still getting support, right? Like, we're still gonna be waiting for a bit on a new Battlefield game, I think. I could be wrong. I've been out of the loop on Battlefield, for sure. But yeah, it was always going to be DLC. But now they upgraded it. I guess that they probably just, like, got what they wanted to get done. And they were like, okay, we can fit more content and just call it a premium title. And people will fall for it. No one's really falling for it. But for me, I'm kind of just looking at it as, like, it's just a standalone expansion for MW2. Which, like, if... I mean, they're tugging at my heartstrings here a little bit. With, what's it called? With the whole... We have the entire roster of MW2 maps available in the game on day one. Like the classic Modern Warfare 2. Because I really was like, yeah, Modern Warfare expansion, like, I'm good. I don't need it. And then they made that announcement, and I was like, you sons of bitches. Maybe I need it. Because they're even remaking the bad maps. Like, why do we need Derail back in there? Fact of the matter is, we don't. The map is shit, and I'm going to complain about it all year again. But I'm happy that it's there. I'll be complaining about how terrible Derail is like it's 2010 again. Seriously, fuck that map. It's terrible. They do feed from nostalgia, and the worst part is it works. Because I'm even like one of the more cynical people when it comes to that. And they do that thing where they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, every MW2 map will be here on day one. And I'm just like, son of a bitch, now I need to buy it. Like, I don't even care if the game is good. Now I just need it. It's gonna be COD on all of the MW2 maps again. It's essentially like as close as we'll ever get to an MW2 remake in terms of multiplayer, right? Just because we're never going to actually get like a multiplayer remake for MW2. Since it got canned years ago. So the closest thing that we can settle for is MW3 literally having all 16 maps.
Need a vacation or something.
Like, that's as good as it's gonna get, so I'll just shut up and be happy, I guess. Because I was pissed when it came out that, like, they did remake the MW2 multiplayer, and they decided not to release it because Modern Warfare 2019 sold so well that they didn't feel the need to. I was like, that is so stupid. That they legitimately said, this other game is doing so well that we don't need to have 2 successful games this year as long as this one game is very successful. Activision business decisions 101, right? They might remaster Black Ops. I'll keep my hope alive for that one at least. I think it's weird that they did the MW2 campaign and still released it. And it was still great. Like, I played it. Once it went on sale, I bought it for like, I think it was like 15 bucks. And I had a great time just replaying MW2, but they remastered it, right? But they haven't done MW3. And it's like, why would you stop
Glad May's okay with me
at the last game? Although I don't think the MW2 campaign sold very well. Which, shocker, if you release a campaign-only experience to the COD community, they might not be so interested. Who would have thought, Activision? Jesus. Like, I played it just for the nostalgia, but most people don't give a shit. Ow! Hold on, I gotta check out the Spider Cop concept. I forgot about that for a second. Oh wait, I forgot I have King of the Ring. Ow, that's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. Huh? Oh, I never activated it. I'm... Oh, almost dying. Why did the guy stop shooting? This is the dumbest suit ability, and I love it. Ow. Ow. Oh, it's gone. Shit. MW2 was... Why is my phone locked? Did I do that? MW2 was the shit back in the day. Well, now I gotta fix this disaster on my phone. Hello? There we go. WebRush? Which one was WebRush again? I probably don't have it unlocked yet. No, I don't think so. I know a lot of people like the Blossom. Oh, the preview video is covered by my face. The one where you jump up and just spray webs everywhere. What is happening?
Regards from the Kingpin.
Oh, really? How'd that work out for you, big guy? I played so much Modern Warfare 2 when I was a kid. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's one of those games that I'm like, it's probably for the best that I don't know how many hours I played of that game. Because if I did know the actual number,
Demons are getting bolder.
it would be shameful. Also, as far as COD goes for me, if I knew my old like console playtime, because I know that on Steam I've got like 200 hours on it since I moved to PC. But like if I knew my console playtime for Black Ops 3, that would also be like embarrassing. Because holy shit. I didn't even like the multiplayer that much in Black Ops 3. I played so much Black Ops 3 Zombies during that game's year. Wait, it's down on the D-pad to heal, not up. That one was weird. For a second, the camera opened and I was so confused. Did he get webbed to the... Oh, he did. Well, now I gotta try the Web Blossom, because I actually haven't used it this playthrough yet.
Aren't slowing down. What are they trying to accomplish?
I know that it's like most people's favorite. And it's also one that you get like right at the start. Honestly, the earlier abilities are really good though. Like Battle Focus, it's pretty much just unlimited focus for like 10 seconds.
Freedom Tunnel. Before
So
peace
it's
started,
simple,
this was a haven for New
but
York's
it's really
homeless.
good.
Mostly abandoned now. Good hiding spot. Must be a hidden entrance or something.
With my friends. Dude, COD 4 was so good too.
This looks like everything she stole.
Although,
but no sign of Felicia.
I didn't play as much COD 4
Financial data on
when
the
I was a
Magia crime
kid.
families. Is she trying to blackmail them?
But when Modern Warfare Remastered came out... Shit.
What's this?
Like, what was that,
Spider,
20...
you raced here
16?
to redeem me, didn't you? You're adorable.
When they bundled it with Infinite Warfare?
Which is why
and I bought the deluxe edition of Infinite Warfare just to get the COD 4 remaster. It was worth it. It was totally
This
worth
couldn't
it.
all have just been a game, could it?
Just like this suit is worth it.
Spider-Man, the Black Cat just robbed
Perfect.
the police department's evidence lockup.
What? How?
Beautiful.
That place is like Fort Knox.
All those cats you found? When they were all together in the evidence room, they linked up, boosted their signal, and deactivated the alarms. No one even saw her sneak in.
She knew I'd find the cats and report them to you. She played me, again. What'd she take?
Just her old costume and gear.
She let me find 50 million worth of loot just so she could get her stuff back. Which means she's got something even bigger planned.
Wow. Gotta give her credit. She played you good.
Are you smiling? You sound like you're smiling.
Gotta go.
MW3 on my DS. I forgot about the old COD DS ports. The only one that I've played was the Black Ops DS game. They weren't even ports. They were just... Dude, remember that era in games where you would buy the same game on a different system? And it was just an entirely different game made by like an entirely different team. Because that was a thing for a long time. Thank God that's not a thing anymore. But that was... It's so weird to look back on. Because there were so many games like that. That it was like, oh yeah, if you buy the DS version, it's just not even the same game. If you buy the Wii version, it was so weird. It's mostly the same now with the next gen shit. It might as well be a different game with a lot of, like, the new cross-gen games. This generation, the old consoles have gotten shafted so hard in terms of ports. And it happened, like, immediately. Like, right when they came out, there were so many terrible ports for, like, PS4 and Xbox One. It was just as soon as the new consoles were out, all those old-gen versions just kind of did not work. Obviously, the most notorious one back in, like, 2020 was the last-gen versions of Cyberpunk. Oh my god. Like, that shit wasn't even playable. Okay, hold on.
Say goodnight.
Okay, especially when you're up on a rooftop.
I feel like there are better ways to spend your life than shooting.
Yeah, that might be a little
dudes in
overpowered.
spandex.
Just a little bit. PS4 and PS5. The fact that GTA... I'm waiting for the next re-release of GTA 5. It's going to happen. Pre-ordered Cyberpunk on PS4 and goddamn. I was like recently moved to PC for the Cyberpunk thing. So I thankfully didn't have that, but Jesus Christ. Like, I saw plenty of clips and stuff from the last gen versions. And even now, like, with the expansion and 2.0 update and stuff, like, the last gen versions just didn't even get the updates. Because, like, they straight up were like, look, you guys, we can't even, like, make this stuff work on the PS4. So we're not gonna do that again, where we try to sell you, like, a really, really bad version of it. We're just, sorry, but we're just not making the last gen version of this. Like, from what I heard, they did get it, like, fixed up enough. I don't even know, like, how much better it would have gotten compared to... Because I just look at it the way it came out, and I'm like, I don't even know what you could have done to fix that. But from what I heard, they apparently fixed it. But it's just, like... The last gen Cyberpunk was done so dirty from the start. And it's really weird considering that Cyberpunk was made, or at least during the majority of its development, it was being developed for those consoles.
That much cash.
Right? Like, the game was in development for years. And that entire time, it was being developed for, like, PS4 and Xbox One. So I don't understand how it came out in that state. Ultimate Alliance for the Game Boy Advance? Yeah. Ultimate Alliance was a good set of games. I always forget about those ones. Like, that's just one of the superhero games that I played as a kid that I completely forget existed. Until someone... To be fair, people mention it fairly often. Like, in chat and comments and stuff, and I'm always like, oh yeah. Ultimate Alliance. I played the shit out of that. And weirdly remember very little of it. But I remember it being good. Oh. Alright, I guess I'm not going into the Feast Center yet.
Demons are getting worse than Fisk ever was.
Why is he just sitting there talking on his earpiece while I'm beating the shit out of his friend next to him? Oh, you have a rocket launcher. Hold on. It's a little strong. Just a little bit. The Game Boy version wasn't actually that bad. The Game Boy had some surprisingly solid games on it, considering what it was, right? Like, the Game Boy was by no means a powerhouse of a handheld system. But for what they were working on, a lot of devs made, like, some pretty fun stuff for Game Boy. There were a lot of those. I mean, one of my favorites that I always bring up is it never made it to like commercial release, but there was a team that made like Resident Evil 1 on the Game Boy.
Okay? Demons fight like men.
And they made essentially like a pitch of it. Like they made like a proof of concept sort of thing. So you can go and find video of it. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. Capcom got this pitch and said, no, we don't want that. But it was Game Boy Color. Okay, this was not just Game Boy, but hold on. Hello, where's my video? Thank you. Check this out, right? They had Resident Evil 1 on the Game Boy. Like they had put this all together. The guy's graphics on the side take up like half the screen, but it looks like it. If you've played the original RE1, it is literally RE1. Like this is a room from the original, and they're doing the same puzzle from the original that's in this room. There's like that bit where the screen goes to black every time the camera changes. But again, like this was just proof of concept that they put together like as a pitch. And it's pretty cool for what it is. Like, if this had come out on Game Boy, I feel like this would have been remembered as, like, a very good Game Boy game. It's pretty sweet. Played RE1 Remaster on PS4. And if they don't do...
Good one.
Sorry, what? Oh, if they don't do RE1 like RE2. Sorry, that one took me a minute. I read it the wrong way around. When developers cared about games. I think we're seeing a lot of that coming back right now. Like, 2023 was a great year. But it's weird, right? Because if you're in the single-player side of things, 2023 was, like, probably the best year for games in, like, a decade. But if you mainly play multiplayer stuff, it has to be, like, the worst, or at least one of the worst for multiplayer games. Like, this year, I've always been, like, 50-50 between single-player and multiplayer, like, my whole life. This year, I just did not play any multiplayer games. Like, I've only been playing single-player stuff this year. Because there's just nothing out there. Like, there's some good co-op games, actually. Like, Payday 3 came out recently. Great. Love Payday 3. I've been having a blast with that shit. But, like, competitive multiplayer is
had a little
bad right now.
On the street, huh? I know the look. You're in the right place. Nothing to be
22 was good, too.
I know,
At least for single player, it's turning around. For multiplayer, it's going to take another couple years, but...
You need her.
We've made it out of the dark
Thanks,
ages.
Gloria.
Because remember, like, what was it, like 2016? That multiplayer, or sorry, not multiplayer, single player games had to be at like an all-time low. Like, there were some that year,
May's couch is comfortable.
but like 2016, I think of as like the year of the loot box or no, Battle Pass wasn't a thing yet. That was like 2017 that started up.
Miss you.
But especially loot boxes. That was the big loot box year because it had been like the 3rd year in a row for COD doing them, and it was like the worst of those years.
Horses.
Like they
Was
really were
everybody at some
aggressive
point?
that year.
Take some of this down. It's embarrassing.
You know, like Overwatch's loot boxes weren't that bad, to be fair. Rainbow Six
Man, was I ever a dork.
was just another Souls game, but more open world. No, it was
Well, we all
Souls,
have an
but
awful
open
face.
world. And it's good. I like it. I like the level design in Souls, so for me, it's not like my style, but it was like, this is an open world Souls game. So like, how much can I really hate it? Honest trailer for Phantom Liberty just dropped. I'm gonna actually look at that. Phantom Liberty has some pretty
can't
insane
take
presentation.
You can and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much like Ben. You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Martin,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you know I'm headed out of town. You're in charge while I'm gone.
well, you can count on me. How long will you be away?
Really don't know.
Is everything okay?
It's some personal business I've been planning for a while. But please take care of this place. It represents the best part of me.
Well, I guess I better get busy.
I feel like every time the cutscenes, or every time I do pick up with the main
Mr. Lee's
story
okay.
again, and I watch the cutscenes, I'm just like, man, this game had the best
Hello?
characters.
Hey, did you see my story?
I did. Robbie must be pretty happy right now.
Yeah, it kind of went viral. And get this, Mayor Osborne just announced he's going to give Officer Davis an award this afternoon.
Wow. Wait, isn't Osborne's campaign rally this after? Oh, I see what he's doing.
Yeah, we all do. But still a pretty cool moment for Officer Davis and his family. I'll be there covering it. Wanna join me?
Yeah, of course. See you then.
Gotta take a second and look at the wall of devs. I love cheeky shit like this. Because you could run by this a million times and never even look at it. And I stop at it like every time that I'm in Feast. I can't help myself because I think it's funny. Only the Spider-Man movies had that level of good writing. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people liked No Way Home, right?
So humiliating taking money from May. I should head out to the
I
city and try
am
to
a
pay
little
her.
more critical of No Way Home, but a lot of people really liked it. I liked it, to be fair.
You hungry?
But it was definitely, it's kind of like an Endgame sort of movie for me, where the first time you watch it, it's insane, and it's just like a whole experience, but then on the rewatch, you're kind of like,
Howard.
you know, outside of the
How's
crazy
you?
stuff,
He's a little down today. Misses his cousins.
it's not,
Been a bit of a
not that
whirlwind
great.
for both of us. Owners of my building rezoned for commercial. We had to move into Feast to get our bearings.
oh, Raiden.
I'm so
Sorry, Raiden.
New York landlords can really be heartless.
When they kicked me out of my place, they set all my birds loose. Pidgey's the only one who found me. I've been looking everywhere for the rest of them, but with my bad leg and all,
You know what? I get around. How about I keep an eye out for him?
It's time to catch some pigeons. Best side activity in the game.
you do that? Oh, Thank you.
Can't wait to see his next Spider-Man.
Have any
Me
luck?
neither.
Please
I
give me
think-
a call.
As much as I don't like most of No Way Home, I do think that... What's it called? I think they've set him up for, like, his next movie really, really well. And I like kind of the direction it's going in as of the end of No Way Home. Had 20 people
Hey, Jeff.
not vote for
Congrats on
Jordan.
the ceremony today.
I'll be glad when it's over. A truck full of
Yikes.
armed demons scares me less than public speaking.
That shows well.
But I'm calling about something else.
What's up?
Just got a tip that the demons are moving on the Fisk construction site in Midtown. My wife would kill me if I ditched the ceremony prep to play cops and robbers, but I thought maybe my friendly neighborhood partner would want to know.
Understood. I'll do a swing by, let you know what I find. And hey, here's a tip on public speaking. Just picture everyone in their underwear. Wait, not Osborne.
I
You know
would say
what?
Gaiden
Never mind.
for that, but then with Raiden Raiden, it is just like,
Nothing like putting my skills
in
to
terms
good
of characters with that name, the pronunciation is kind of like 50-50.
use. Yeah.
Where it's like, is it like Mortal Kombat, like Raiden? Or is it like Metal Gear Raiden? Like,
Hey, Howard. Think I found one of
that one
Peach's cousins.
specifically confuses
Just a
me
gray flex,
every time I
and
see
just
it.
left a stain on my suit?
Where I'm just like, it's a, who knows what it's gonna be. It's a 50-50. They can only lose 4 and they lost
I'll do the
20.
same for any
That
others I
is wild. Maybe I should have been keeping up with this. I wouldn't have expected something like that. If I was expecting something like that, I probably would have kept up.
Gotta get him.
Because for me, there's really no in between with US politics
message for
where,
Guy.
because I don't like either party,
The lead I'm following might not only get the project back
it's
on its
either
feet, but
insanely
also
boring,
expanded in ways we
or
never
it feels
imagined.
like you're watching
Nothing happens for
like
nothing.
high school drama
Norman
TV,
pulling our plug.
except
Really
for,
hope this works out.
you
Doc's
know,
work is too
involving
important
like
to go
the
unfinished.
economy and foreign policy. So that to say, it's either like insanely boring or wildly entertaining. And I would not have expected something like that. Like, if I had, I probably would have kept up. So I would have thought that would be crazy. Or reality TV, more like reality TV is what I mean to say. High school drama is just something I use a lot. I would say that Tom's movies have had the best writing out of the different movie series, though. I would agree. I think that he's never been done right by the movies. They all have, like, their unique strengths and weaknesses to one another, but none of them have ever, like, nailed it. Does this game make you feel like Spider-Man? Oh yeah, this game really makes you feel like Spider-Man. Not sure if you've heard it. Ugh. Didn't know Tom Foolery wrote movies. Tom... I wouldn't trust Tom to write a Spider-Man movie. Only because Tom
Fly away,
liked
please.
Spider-Man Lotus. Like, before him saying that, I would have been like, yeah, Tom could probably write something. Because Tom understands writing. And, you know, he's in he's a big Spider-Man fan. Like, he understands the character, but then he's like, yeah, I thought Spider-Man Lotus wasn't that bad. I don't know what people are talking about. And I was like, okay, never mind. Never let this man near it. Toby was the best. After that, it's Tom. That's the man you guys need. As someone who doesn't like either party and keeps up with both, I think that Trump currently, again, as someone who doesn't have like a preference to one side or the other, is like, he's an okay option, but the Republican Party has better candidates right now than Trump. And especially him just deciding that he's not gonna show up for debates does not help with that, right?
I feel like there are better ways to
Because it kind of shows that you know that if you went to the debate, you wouldn't look as good as some of the guys that are there with you. Because other than that, you'd have no reason not to show up. But Trump is funnier. I would 100% agree with that. I just a couple weeks ago, I watched like a compilation with a buddy of mine of like all of his wildest things they said just during his campaign
Getting away.
in 2016. Not even like during the presidency, but just during the campaigning process. And so many like forgotten gems of like viral memes just from him at events. It was wild. It was crazy. It was really fun to watch back on though.
All filling up. Rosa just flew home to join her brothers and sisters.
Happy to help. You know these little guys pretty well, huh?
Getting there. Sandra always knew him best, of course.
Sandra?
Oh, my wife.
Lotus was so bad, and it's not. No, that's what I was also like when I was talking about it with Tom. I was like, even just looking beyond like the stuff with the actor and the director and like all that controversy, the movie was just bad. Like the writing was just painful. I genuinely struggled to sit through it. Because I just really hated the way that they wrote those characters.
Nobody sees me doing this.
Everyone in that movie was such a moody bitch. Even before, I mean, spoilers for the first 5 minutes of Spider-Man Lotus. Even before they killed Gwen Stacy off screen, everyone in that movie was already a moody bitch. When they had no reason to be. They were just all pissy at each other. Because they were. I wish he was just a comedian. Petition to convince him to just do stand-up. The ideologies you guys have right now. As someone who lives here, I've thought our politics have been a joke since, like, pretty much as long as I've been able to keep up with them. Like, since I was, like, mentally developed enough to keep up with them. Oh, God. Bro, this bird is going crazy. That bird threw me for a loop. Break is up. Alright, Ryden, we'll see you around. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck with the work, as always. They believed the writing for Lotus was so much better than the other Spider-Man movies, and it shows. This is a real Spider-Man film? Yeah, I don't get it. Like, because it really, there was so much, like, you know, Hollywood doesn't understand the character, but I do sort of stuff with them, like, kind of leading up to it. Like, that was the whole drive behind it. And then their understanding of Peter Parker was just that he was a depressed, angry bitch. Like that, it was wild to watch that movie.
Another battle between Spider-Man and these demon-masked gunmen threatening the lives of New York.
He went this way.
I understand our next caller.
I have nothing to zip to.
You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, the thing is, it all happened in a shipyard that's been closed for years. There weren't any innocent people in danger.
Oh, is that your expert opinion? Well, let me tell you what I've learned from sources I developed in my award-winning journalism. That shipyard was a front for Wilson.
Next pigeon.
He's been using it to smuggle guns, grenades,
So you?
military
Yes.
grade ordnance.
So me.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I wonder if Spider-Man 2 will make you feel like Spider-Man. Maybe even with all the exaggerated swagger. That is still probably one of my favorite IGN reviews of all time. It really, that went down as like an all-time classic IGN review.
fanatical cult.
Along with them giving Black Ops 3 like a 9.4 or whatever they gave it back when it came out. Along with them giving Halo 4 like a 9.8 or whatever that was. I don't remember what exactly they scored it, but they gave Halo 4 something like it was almost a perfect score.
A pigeon.
What else is like a wild IGN review? They gave Alien Isolation like a 5 out of 10. I remember that. They gave Prey 2017 like a 5.5 or something like that as well. IGN definitely has some reviews that just go down in gaming history immediately. I love them for it. Back when the reviewers were paid, yeah.
Spider-Man, you're a prince. Just found Vanessa in the loft.
I love these names. Is Sandra happy to see them back?
I better not have missed RuneScape time. You did not.
Actually, she's not with
It's only been an hour.
cancer, you know.
Howard, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Life for living, not moving. First thing she told me after the diagnosis. Gotta remind myself of that every now and again. Keep looking, will you? Find
Damn,
out
Howard.
birds that really mean a lot.
I'm on it.
Spider-Man.
Chole. You should see the way that I web swing into the room.
Pigeons eat spiders.
With all the exaggerated swagger of Miles Morales, apparently. Allegedly. Not to say that he doesn't have any swagger, because he definitely does. Have you seen the way that he web swings? He's got the style. It's undeniable. He certainly has the style. I saw a comparison of just the amount of time that it takes to like swing around the city between the two games based on like the initial gameplay reveal, where they swung like the same route as Miles in the Miles Morales game from point A to point B. And it literally was the difference between, in the trailer, it took 20 seconds. Doing it in Miles Morales, like using the Venom boosts and all that to like get maximum speed while swinging and stuff, it took them 40 seconds. That is how much faster the web swinging is in the new game. It is literally like twice as fast. And they didn't even use any Venom boosts or anything in the reveal either. They only used swinging, zipping, and the new like wingsuit stuff. Which is a crazy difference. Like literally twice as fast in terms of traversal
Gearing up for something big.
is wild. Where does that quote even come from? The exaggerated swagger is IGN's review of Miles Morales. The exaggerated swagger of a black teen comes from IGN's review of Miles Morales.
A pigeon.
Which is so good. Also, the game really makes you feel like Spider-Man is a general meme because like everyone who reviewed this game when it came out said it. But the exact line that it really makes you feel like Spider-Man is also from IGN's review of Spider-Man 2018. Both of the meme lines for both of the games are from IGN's reviews of them, which is incredible. But it is. I mean, like I said, not to say that Miles doesn't have the swagger, because he certainly does. Was it IGN or GameSpot? I'm pretty sure it was IGN. Was it not? Don't disappoint me and say it wasn't. I thought it was IGN. Was it GameSpot?
Demons are getting bolder.
GameSpot's still funny, because their reviews are not as wild, but they're still wild. GameSpot is not known for great reviews either, by any means. I'm gonna search. Yeah. Go to, it should be on Know Your Meme or something, right? Surely. It's such a, like, iconic quote. It has to have a Know Your Meme page. GameSpot? Shit. I was wrong. GameSpot it is then. Still funny to me. Still funny. Ah! Nope. None of that. We're just gonna bonk you. Good night. Whoop. Okay. That was so unnecessary, but I saw the potential for it,
Slowing down. What are they
and I'm glad that I did it.
Pigeon alert.
I never use the jump off. I really should. Because mixed in the right way, it looks sweet. But there's just rarely a time where I actually want to use it.
Hey, slow down. Man, I wish
I feel like I kind of have to force it into my combat. Just for the sake of using it. Who takes GameSpot reviews seriously? I mean, it is like, in general, I feel like people don't really take any reviews seriously anymore. Outside of like YouTube reviews, right? Like their favorite YouTuber. Which, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you play similar games as like your favorite YouTuber, it just kind of makes sense. Because you know that that person has like a similar taste to you in terms of games. So like if they like it, you're more likely to enjoy it than whatever random they choose out of the office at IGN that week to do their review, right? Because IGN's review staff, I think there's like 7 of them. So it's like, who even knows how your opinions line up with each of them individually? Before you oh yeah, Game Ranks? That's Jake Baldino. And he's very good. He's one of the better... There are good gaming journalists. There's Jake Baldino of Game Ranks. He has his own channel as well, but of Game Ranks. I'm trying to think. There's Ralph from Skill Up. Like, if you've ever watched a Skill Up video, the voiceover guy for it, the guy who writes the videos, that's Ralph. He's great. I can't remember his last name right now, but I know his first name is Ralph. There's Gerard over at The Completionist. He is one of the crazier journalists, because his whole shtick is the 100% thing, and like, bro. The fact that he does gaming journalism from the perspective of, I literally completed everything possible in the game before I wrote my review. The amount of time spent and the amount of dedication to it is insane.
Spider-Man, I can't believe it. Whole family's reunited.
No sweat, Howard.
Angry Joe back in the day. I haven't watched, like, I know that he still does reviews. But I used to watch him too, and I just haven't seen, like, any of his reviews in recent years. Even though I know he's still around.
I definitely know. You're a good man, Howard.
Actually, that's not true. I watched his Gollum review this year. Because someone in chat was like, oh, by the way, his Gollum review is hilarious. You should watch it. And I did. And it was very funny. They were not lying. Ah, here we go. Great.
So you're gonna do it? The screwball challenge?
Wasn't it revealed that Adam Sessler sucked at playing games? And he reviewed games on X-Play back in the day? I'm trying to think. Adam Sessler. I know the name.
Well,
I can't
in that case,
put a face to it, but like... Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's coming back to me. Yes, I believe you are right. Hold on, now that I've already pulled him up. Is there like a controversy section here? Wait, they relaunched X-Play back in 2021? It already got like discontinued again, but wait, what is this? Okay, apparently he has been saying some wild shit on Twitter. Not wild as in, like, that kind of wild shit on Twitter. Sorry, when I say that, you think something very specific. My bad. He has been saying wild shit on Twitter, but, like, he has been attacking gamers on Twitter, I mean. Like, that's kind of his new thing, apparently. And I did just find a link to a tweet of his from this year, where he just tweeted, like, at random and said, "Ah, it's one of those wonderful mornings where I wake up thrilled that I'm not a gamer."
Wait for it. Kidnapping victim.
What?
I know.
Does he just, like, hate the games industry and the gaming community now? What is happening with Adam Sessler? What happened? As a Lord of the Rings fan, I feel really bad for the people who made Gollum. Yeah, it is, like, there must have been a leadership problem or something of the sort going on at the studio. Because, as someone who's worked in dev and design, games don't just come out like that randomly. Games turn out like that from something very specific going wrong. And something, like, foundational, too. Like, it's never a small thing. It's generally, like, a pretty significant issue that would lead to a game coming out like that. Oh, hold on. Got it. He reviewed games back in the day? That's what I was gonna say. Like, why is he on Twitter, like, attacking the people who built his career? Like, the audience that gave him a career, essentially, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird to just randomly do. To just wake up one day and be like, ah, I hate these people all of a sudden.
Too bad, guys. Guess you'll have to go back to the cinnamon challenge.
Sorry about that, Spidey. I can't
Yeah, apparently this is, like, a thing that he's been doing all year. There's, like, articles about it.
Did you just say hashtag out loud?
Like, I'm just scrolling Google at this point, and there are so many articles about him just on any given day just going out and being wacky on Twitter. Gamers are the most oppressed group in society. Gamer, it does kind of feel like I'm not gonna go as extreme as slur, but like an offensive term nowadays. Because I don't feel like, oh, apparently OBS was freaking out. All right, we're good. YouTube dashboard gave me a warning. Sorry. No one nowadays, like, refers to themselves as, like, I am a gamer, unless you're doing what I do all the time, admittedly, where you're, like, ironically saying it as like, oh, I am just so good at games. Like, look at me, I'm a gamer. Like, outside of that, no one is, like, self-identifying as gamer.
Split across 2 buildings.
I feel like the only people who use the word are people that don't play games. Typically speaking, saying not positive things about people that do, if that makes sense. Oh, do I have to, like, catch this at some wacky-ass angle? Hold on. Oh, yeah, I do. Do I stick on this wall, maybe? Oh, shit! There's a cooldown between pictures, the more you know. Check this out. Okay, now it's not working. Oh, hey, if that counts, I'll take it.
This is totally unofficial, but I'm hearing some of my fans decided to bring you a little care package. I think they're saying you're the bomb.
I started spamming Y out of habit. I don't know why, that's not even the web button. Okay, come on now. There we go. Now I want to go down this rabbit hole about Adam Sessler just, like, losing his mind, seemingly, over the course of this year, and suddenly being like, yep, I hate this industry.
Nice job taking a simple photo, guy. Snapping that one should get you the GPS to our victim. You better save her before our fans get
Some of these headlines are so funny, too. Let me just read you
I need to hurry.
This headline. Former G4 host Adam Sessler has yet another public meltdown. They all refer to these events on Twitter as public meltdowns, and it's very funny. Because I feel like when you say, like, public meltdown in reference to someone like this, it's almost like calling them a baby, in a way. At least that's how I read it. In response to being called out on his past anti-Japanese video game rhetoric. Wait. Hold on now. What is this?
Oh my god, Spider-Man! I can't thank you enough for the millions of
I don't remember this.
Screwball!
I know, right? Ah, you should see the look on your creepy moving eye hole thingies. Oh, look! More of my followers!
Hold on, I want to figure out what that's about. Why does he hate, or maybe just hold a negative opinion of Japanese developed video games? Now I'm really curious about what this is. We need an Adam Sessler documentary. Someone's got to get on that. Who's gonna do the YouTube documentary? Okay, OBS did not calm down. Hold on, I gotta figure out why my program is losing its mind. Give me a minute. Let me get through this first. Oh, just stick him to the wall. And you? We're also gonna stick you to the wall. Hold on a second. What's going on here? It really shouldn't be. Let's try that. Who's gonna make the YouTube documentary on Adam Sessler's breakdowns over the course of this year?
What are you going to charge me with? I didn't actually do anything. It was all my fans.
She has a point. Gonna be hard to make anything stick.
For a spider-based hero, I'm really starting to hate the web.
I'm reading this article. Hold on. I'm trying to find the juicy part. There's a lot of background to this. I'm gonna give the TLDR in a second. Hold on. 'Cause this seems good. Oh. Okay, apparently, commonly in his reviews of, like, Japanese games, he would dismiss and insult Japanese-developed games simply for being, and then in quotes, too Japanese. What? I'm so pulled into this.
Say I make up stories about Spider-Man. And this will not help my case because it sounds outlandish, but I have personally seen listener-recorded video of Spider-Man
I'm so confused.
snatching pigeons. Pigeon napping. Why? What possible purpose could there be for such aberrant behavior?
Okay, he also regularly makes fun of, like, Eastern media cliches, too. That's, like, none of this is, like, despicable behavior by any means, but it's all, like, weird behavior from what I'm reading. Where he could really just say, the TLDR on this is that he's always been incredibly critical of Japanese developed games, particularly JRPGs. He's been, like, the heaviest on, which, kinda based, I don't like JRPGs either. But, like, to a weird extent. Not just like, oh, I don't like this genre of game. Yeah, I'm reading it, and it's like, it's not like, you know, like when I saw it at first, I was like, is this gonna be like some crazy racist shit? But it's not. It's like, it's got some stereotypes and stuff like that going on. But it's not, like, outwardly hateful, if that makes sense. It's just weird. Sorry, I have to read this quote, because all of this now is just like me reading quotes from his various reviews. And this one's just funny. Apparently nothing says prequel like improved breast physics on the shopkeepers. Someone doesn't like jiggle physics. My swinging probably looks terrible right now because I'm reading. I can tell he has an ugly beard. He's bald. And maybe has an ugly beard, but. Okay, so in response to someone bringing up his history of just hating Japanese games, he quote tweeted someone bringing up the fact that he would always shit on Japanese games. And he responded, "Dude is angry. I didn't like his consumer boner stimulator in 2006. A truer gamer there never was." So it seems like he just nowadays is like an angry old man on Twitter. Is what I've gathered from like all of this. That's what happened to Adam Sessler. His show got revived. With him being involved, he was involved in the revival. And then it got killed because it didn't do well in the modern day. Who would have thought?
Consolidated shipping.
Like really, the reason that it was never gonna do well again. Because nowadays, why would you watch like gaming content on mainstream like network television
Looks like the demons are moving in on
when YouTube exists?
You got this?
Right?
I got this.
It's just why would you think that like network television would be the place for that nowadays? You could definitely revive the show as a YouTube channel, and I bet you'd have way more success with that. Like, there's just kind of a reason that back in the day, there was like network television about games, and now there's not. It's because there's just better alternatives nowadays, right? For that sort of content, there's no place like YouTube. I've 100%ed RDR2, and I want to do it again, if I'm being honest. I have had the urge to do it again. May the power of the beard guide you. Oh man, let's talk about this beard, huh? I was about to ask for a count on the beardathon, but I think it's out of date. I don't think if we use the command right now, it's updated, and by that I mean it's not. I know it's not.
You don't need to kill us too.
Fisk's territory is ours now.
You'd be on Rumble and start saying weird stuff. Anime boobs bad, Adam Sessler. Okay, that one. He clearly does not like the jiggle physics. I learned that from my deep dive into what the hell happened to Adam Sessler. Oh yeah, sorry. The rundown on the beard. To celebrate 2K subs on the channel, to give you just frame of reference for that.
Hey, Willie.
I started the beardathon, where if you're familiar with like subathons on Twitch, the idea was for every like membership that people like got, renewed, gifted, whatever to the channel, it would add a certain amount of days depending on the tier to how long I have to go without trimming my beard.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys.
And I started on a clean shave. I shaved all, because I normally keep a beard, but I keep it super short. It's like a face warmer kind of beard, right? Like, I do normally have a beard, but just very short. So I clean shaved it for the start. And now we're here. They will never see it coming. Do they actually not know? They don't know. Oh shit, I wasn't ready for that, I'll be honest.
I should have recorded this.
I was not thinking. How long has it been? I think it was April. Ah! I also love that in my investigating the Adam Sessler rabbit hole, I came across the tweet of him referring to one specific Japanese game with jiggle physics as, what was it? Did he say, shit, what was it? Do I still have the article open? I have to go and check it. It was something boner stimulator 2006.
Better swing around the outside to look for Fisk's men.
I should go look at it again, because that's a hilarious quote from him. I gotta say, I was not expecting when I went to look into the whole, like, what happened to Adam Sessler, where did he go? I was not anticipating, he just hates all gamers. He just absolutely despises video games now, for some reason. That was not on the predictions list by any means. It was a very entertaining search. I'm glad that I did it. Sven? I think I've seen it. Spamming about Israel. So has he just gotten like into the phase that,
Hey, big guy.
let's be real, everyone gets into with age, right? Of old man who just tweets politics all day. I think he's old. Well, maybe not like old, like old, like genuinely old is like into your 60s, right? Like that's when you're like actually old. But like, you know what I mean? Like stereotype. Let's go with middle-aged man who just tweets politics all day. You know, we're all gonna get there, chap. Everyone gets there eventually. It's going to be every single one of us someday. There are the two phases of getting involved with politics that everyone hits in their lives. When you're a teenager and you first develop the mental capacity to be able to keep up with politics and you start spamming about it on social media. And then when you become like middle-aged / like late middle age, I guess, and you do the same thing where you just start spamming it on all your social medias.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm enjoying Red Dead on Switch, except for when NPCs attempt Grand Theft Wars.
Who runs the demons?
I never heard how the Switch version of that re-release came out.
I've missed these cryptic Fisk.
I never heard anything about how that re-release came out. I just remember everyone, including me, shitting on Rockstar for canning the like actual remaster that they were working on in favor of just re-releasing the old game. Because they did like actively have a remaster in development for a little over a year and they canceled it. And then not even a year later they announced, hey, we're just re-releasing the same game. We didn't do anything to it. It's just we're releasing it on Switch and PlayStation 4. And so I just remember that whole debacle, and then I never heard anything about like how it actually came out when it released. Personally enjoying it. It's a great game. I love Red Dead 1. But it was very disappointing for them to like just throw away all the work they had done on an actual remaster in favor of just doing something quicker and cheaper. They at least now gave it 60 FPS? Yeah, I remember that too. That like at release, it didn't even have the 60 FPS mode for PS5 yet. I did hear that. Because that was something.
Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking
What I was
ball.
saying, you just buy the same game, but it's next gen. Yeah.
Sit tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, let me got this.
Sadly never played. This is like about the halfway point, roughly speaking. Maybe a little less than halfway. But like about halfway. Have you seen The Flash? I did not see The Flash. I heard mixed things. Like people either seem to really like it or really not like it. And there wasn't much of an in-between from what I saw. They did a lot of damage to themselves. The re-releases have just been wild, right? Like GTA Definitive Edition,
I know.
followed by the Red Dead thing.
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when
Like they've not had the best reputation for re-releases and stuff yet. But we should be expecting a GTA 6 reveal soon. We know from investors' calls that Take-Two, the studio that owns Rockstar, has been telling their investors that they have a large premium title releasing in holiday season of next year, of 2024, and that investors should expect that Take-Two's earnings that season, like that quarter, will be the highest they have ever been lifetime. Which, like, Take-Two doesn't own many studios big enough to create that kind of earnings with a single title, right? They don't own many studios like that, but they own Rockstar. And the GTA 6, like, alpha versions leaked earlier this year, right? We saw footage of that. So we know that the game at least was in alpha, like, about a year ago. So it would make sense to get a reveal, like, at some point, really, within the next month or so. And then maybe even release as, you know, hope optimistically as holiday season next year.
One engine down. Now for the second. This is your master plan? Replace Fisk?
Swing at me. Oh yeah. On like 26th of this month.
Need a plan. Real fast.
What's happening on the 26th? Is that just like a date? Like, are they just gonna do like a YouTube reveal? Or is there an event on the 26th that I'm forgetting? Delulu? No, there's a good amount of, you know, evidence behind the speculation on this one. I would normally be like, yeah, GTA 6, not a real game, never coming out. But this one is pretty strong. Rumor of reveal. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, are they just gonna do like a YouTube trailer as far as we're expecting, or is there like a bigger event on the 26th that we're thinking it's gonna be at? Because I would say if it's not like this rumor of being at the end of the month, what it definitely will be, and probably more realistically in my mind, is the Game Awards in December. Would be an amazing way to reveal GTA 6, right? Like, I would definitely think if it doesn't show up by the end of the month, I will expect it to be at the Game Awards.
Hey, Yuri. I caught the bad guys, but...
But what?
You might want to bring a ladder. Yo, Miles.
Thought I would actually hate The Flash, but I liked it. Definitely had the usual superhero movie flaws, but overall thought it was good.
You coming?
So, like, bad pacing.
Nah, I gotta get to City Hall for my dad's...
Kind of wonky CGI.
Pops, I said congrats.
Questionable character writing. Particularly for the main character or other beloved characters in the property.
MJ,
those sort of
did they
issues.
start the ceremony yet?
They're still setting up. Where are you?
Got hung up at work. Be there soon.
Sorry, just speculating on what exactly that could mean. Who really knows? Yeah, definitely not me. Knocks enemies further back is a great upgrade. Ooh, more web bombs is a great thing. Wait a second. Do I have... Oh, wait, I have 4 skill points? What have I been doing? Give me Last Stand and Ground Strike. Ooh. One of the research stations that I needed to still do, I was waiting on Ground Strike for. Emotional beats were the most forced thing ever. Ooh. For me, I'm way more of a character-driven story kind of guy. So, the emotional beats are really what determine how much I can get into your story, right? So that would be a big sticking point for me personally. Like, your plot, like your actual plot could be terrible, but your characters could be great, and I would enjoy myself.
How they're performing. I'm just hoping it saves enough.
I mean, we all would. Look at Stranger Things.
Typical.
Oscorp ignored the specs and jacked up the voltage going into the billboards. If I don't fix it, they'll explode. People could get hurt, and it would definitely be the end of this station. I need to use my electric webs to shock the screens into shutting down.
I could do that.
And I don't have long to do it.
I forgot that I was waiting on the electric webs too. I could have done this one way sooner. Oh, I was gonna say, where are the rest of them?
Gotta hit each screen individually.
There we go. Beautiful. Only good Stranger Things season was 1. This is my kind of person all of a sudden.
Someone should really bring back sign
Perdos, I think we can strongly agree on this one. Me personally. I've been saying that ever since season 2.
Definitely a target.
Although I didn't watch season 4. In all fairness, at that point I was tuned out. I did not care anymore. So I didn't watch it, but I did watch season 2 and I did watch season 3 and I just didn't like them. Like, I think the characters in Stranger Things are great, but my big thing was like, once you've kind of revealed all the mystery in season 1, you can't like force more mystery into that story. As much as they try to, it's like once you reveal everything, like everything is revealed. All the intrigue about the main cast of characters was already gone by the end of season 1. Like, we got our answers, right? Never seen Stranger Things. The first season is probably worth watching, but I wouldn't expect much beyond that. Season 2 and 3 are like, I can see where people enjoy them. And again, I haven't seen 4.
Check it out. What are you looking at? How's it going?
So I can't even speak to it. But I don't know what's happening right now. Is my game, is it just gonna need a restart? Do I just task manage it at this point? RuneScape time. Oh.
A helicopter fight, trailing a crane.
Yeah, I think I just have to restart it. Wait, hold on. If I press buttons,
At any moment in a blazing rotor chopping fireball.
you hear that, chat? I'm playing the game. The camera just never turned on.
Well, he stopped them, and he made sure the helicopter didn't land on anyone. So it seems to me he did the right thing.
Yeah. All right.
The right thing would.
I just gotta restart it. Task manager. Thank you. Thank you. Never started season 2. I wouldn't say you're missing a whole lot. Like, I think season 1 is worth watching. Beyond that, I just genuinely, it wasn't for me. Because I think Stranger Things, outside of just its characters, was entertaining because the mystery behind it was great. But it's exactly what I just said. Like, once the mystery is gone, the mystery is gone. Because, like, the most intriguing thing about that show was, like, what exactly is the... What did they call the other world? Like, when I say other world, I can only think of it in, like, Silent Hill terms. But, like, what did they call it? Someone throw me a bone here. What was the other world in Stranger Things called? Upside Down. Yeah, so, like, the two big things that were interesting were, like, what is the Upside Down? That got answered by the end of the season. And then just like all the stuff with Elle, which also got answered by the end of the season. So like, by the time that you get there, the two big reasons to watch are like, yeah, I've gotten what I needed. I still watched past it because I was curious what they would do, but I don't feel like they landed the execution of it. Like, it feels like it was just supposed to be a single season, and it got stretched out for the money. I'm not gonna say that that was what happened, but I will say that it feels like that's what happened. To me. Oh, we got crime?
came in from
There's never crime in New York City. What do you mean there's a crime?
Demons are getting worse than Fisk ever was.
I might have to change abilities just because this one might be too much. It might be too powerful. I don't know if I can be trusted with this sort of power. The Web Blossom is just, it's too OP, man. It's just group of enemies gone. Oh. I didn't even see this guy. Web him to the truck. Beautiful.
Demons are down.
Well, officers.
I'll let you take it from here, officer.
Have a good time getting him off that. And this is the last research station, finally. Oh. I just got the nicest back crack from that little twist. I'm ready.
Hey, Pete, do you remember that steam pipe explosion when we were kids? Well, that's what Mom built this station to prevent. It monitors the pressure in the pipes and pinpoints trouble spots.
Oh, is this the one where I go around slamming the whole city?
Build-up happening now. I've got to do something about it fast.
I can do that.
Oscorp's satellites take seismic images of what's under the streets. If I hit the ground hard enough in the right spots, they can show me the high pressure points. Pressure like this usually means clogged release valves. Once I find them, I should be able to jar the clogs loose with another ground pound. Got my lenses tuned to the research station. High pressure will show up red, normal is blue. Okay, time to move.
You know what? I am impressed.
Drop onto the street hard to generate enough force.
By question of the day today, so far at least. Because Ketchup is not in the lead. In fact, it is in last place. I'm proud of everyone who voted on question of the day today. Because as we all know, Ketchup is fucking nasty. But normally whenever I put it on any sort of like, what's the best sauce, condiment, whatever, it just kind of wins by default. And it's incredibly disappointing.
Did it.
Because it has no reason to win.
I need to locate the other pressure
Because it
point.
tastes like shit.
Better hit the ground somewhere else to get a reading. I don't have much time. If Oscorp was actually using
no
the
topping
station,
option.
I'd have found the problem before it got this bad.
No
But if there
topping
an
is
explosion, they'll blame it on
kind
Harry.
of based with chicken strips, I feel like. I feel like chicken strips, as amazing as they are dipped in sauce of various kinds, you know, your barbecue, your ranch, your buffalo, your honey mustard, whatever it might be. They're also really good on their own. They don't need the sauce. The sauce just enhances them.
Gotta hurry.
Oh, Jesus, that
There's
one's
the
far
spot.
away. I could see that with chicken strips. Actually, Culver's chicken strips specifically, I only have those with sauce like half the time. And if I do, it's with honey mustard, but Culver's specifically, those chicken strips, good lord. You've never had chicken strips like that, I'm telling you. Unless you've had the Culver's chicken strips, then you know. Everyone always talks about how good the Culver's burgers are.
Wish it was that easy for life in general.
Yet it's like the only
Harry
fast
Station
food place
prevented a
that does
major
burgers that
explosion.
I go to, and I
Can't
don't get.
justify
Okay, that's
closing
not
it down
true.
now. Not a bad day's work.
It's one of the 2 places in fast food that does burgers that if I go there, I'm not getting a burger. Because Del Taco exists. And if you don't know, Del Taco has cheeseburgers. And, they're not good. Like, they're really not good. I have tried them out of curiosity, never again. It's one of those burgers that you eat, and it just makes you sad. Because you're one, like, you know, your good cheap food that you just got, it's not even satisfying. It just tastes like paper. It's one of those burgers that's like, it's not offensive, but it's so bland. that you feel like you've wasted your money. You feel like you've wasted the potential to eat literally any other food. Except for, like, olives, of course. It's just one of those kind of burgers. All around unpleasant. Not because it's bad. How? Okay. I may have fat-fingered the X button there, but, like, at the same time, it had been so long after I zipped that I don't even know how that got processed as a ground slam. I ruined my swinging. Whoa. Caught myself. I was going for the wall run, and it was not a smooth transition. I need to mix more wall runs into my swings. I have just determined.
Spider-Man swinging through Times Square like the glory hound he is, firing webs.
You can get fat so much easier there. Oh, dude.
Those billboards are
You really, it's not even the fast food. That's the, I mean, the fast food is a problem.
I have a theory.
But the problem is so much deeper than the fast food.
So that they will subliminally
Like, I haven't had fast food in a long time. But I also, you know, as soon as someone, like, as soon as any of my buddies hit me up and are like, hey, you want to, like, go to a movie and get, like, Five Guys beforehand, I will be at Five Guys, like, 30 minutes early, just to make sure that I don't miss the chance. But it's really, like, you get anything at, like, the grocery store, most of it's bad for you here. You get, you know, anything at a restaurant in general, and it's probably pretty bad for you. It's just like a general, like, food culture problem in the US. And fast food is just like a component of it. It's terrible. I mean, what's our obesity rate? Someone remind me. I know it's in the 60s, but, like, hit me with the accurate number. To be fair, Europe's not far behind us at this point. Europe is starting to have, like, the same food culture problems that we are. That we've been having. But they're getting to be at that point as well. Where the EU's obesity rate, I think, is, like, in the 50s as well. Like, high 50s. Like, going on 60s, if I'm not mistaken. UK's obesity rate? Really? Them too? I guess it's, like, same region, so it doesn't shock me. But, yeah, it's starting to just become a general problem. Our food doesn't seem so bad. I have been to Greece for over a week, and I feel like that was, like, the best food I've ever eaten in my life. Was just literally any meal that I had while in Greece.
Why do the demons need that much cash?
I went to Greece for an extended period of time, and everything I ate there was delicious. Granted, I didn't try, like, any fast food or anything, or, like, convenience store food. Like, I'm sure I could have found some food that I would have been like, yeah, that's just calories and nothing else, but I really didn't. I went to restaurants, like, the entire time, and, oh.
You'll be fine, honey.
Last time I
Feel called out here. What is the UK's? Now I have to look it up. This is a great scene. I'm sorry. I'm
If
distracted.
only Miss Steinberg could see you now.
Hey, you got this, Dad. I mean, come on, you saved Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure that makes you an official superhero.
A superhero. Or maybe I'm just a guy who doesn't give up.
Come on, honey.
The UK is, like, quickly getting worse, but it's still
Welcome, everyone.
not even close to as bad as us, to be fair. But it is one of those things where, like, looking at the chart, it definitely
I think this gang war may finally be
will be close to ours, like, in a few years, right?
there's some loose ends still to be tied up, but...
Loose ends.
Well, a truck pulled away from the scene from a company called Consolidated Shipping. Something's not right about it. I just don't know what.
Well, maybe after this we can grab some coffee. Figure it out together.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jim. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, sorry. The United States chat. I was talking inflated numbers when I said 50 and 60 about like the EU and the US.
Instead of coffee,
The obesity rate for the US is like 36. I was thinking of overweight in general.
You know, meet at a totally neutral location for
which is like
completely normal
66
meal.
or something like that.
Professionals.
I just saw it and I already forgot.
For acts of extraordinary bravery, above and beyond the call of duty, it is my privilege to present Officer Jefferson
But you know,
Davis,
overweight is like
the Department
dad
Medal of
bod,
Honor.
not like obese kind of
I'm in the
thing.
middle of something here, Jim. Sounds urgent, sir. Fine.
But still concerning.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I share this honor with my family. My wife, Rio, and my son, Miles. Without their support, I couldn't do what I do.
Italy? I haven't been to Italy. I haven't been to any of Europe outside of when I went to Greece. I had a connecting flight in Amsterdam. Like, we stopped in Amsterdam, got on another plane to go the rest of the way, sort of thing. But outside of that, I've never been to the EU.
Jackass, I get threats like this twice a week. Why don't you grow a pair and tell me what you want?
To watch you suffer.
Is one of those scenes in this game. Great scene. They even got like the... What's his name? Why can I not think of his name? The... Schneider. Something... Schneider. The DC guy. Shit.
Miles!
I was gonna make a joke about the slow motion, but I lost the name right when I needed it most. Something Schneider. What's his name? Oh, sorry, not Schneider. That's Dan Schneider of foot fetish fame. I'm thinking of Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder.
Miles! Right here, just stay with me. Thank God. Can you hear me, baby? Can you hear me? Peter? Squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Stay here. I'm going to find your father. Peter. Peter, wake up. Come on,
My bad
please,
for
please.
making a Dan Schneider joke over top of the terrorism scene in Spider-Man 2018. That only just hit me. The timing of the Dan Schneider joke.
Mom!
Was maybe not the best. But yeah, Zack Snyder slow motion cut.
Crazy.
Why is that such a thing in the Snyderverse like films? Why do they all have that one scene with like the most unnecessary and shitty looking slow motion, right? It's like a requirement in all of them. Like even the better movies of his have it. And some of the most egregious are even not even in his worst movies. Like, for me, the worst slow-mo scene out of all the Snyderverse movies is the one in Wonder Woman. I thought that was like a painfully slow-moving and just not even that good-looking shot. but it's really like 30 seconds of slow-mo.
Mom?
And it's just painful to sit through. And he does it in every movie. Come on, Rio. Your death isn't a canon event yet. Maybe in the next game.
Flipping.
Come on. It'll be under James Gunn. I don't know if it's gonna be much better, to be honest. I love James Gunn. I love what he did with Guardians.
Are you okay?
I don't know if, at least judging off of like what he said so far, if he's gonna be the guy for DC. I'm not counting him out yet, but I'm not expecting that he will be the guy to save it. You know, I don't know if he's got it in him.
I have to go find Dad, okay?
I hope he does.
Miles, no.
Because, man, DC has really been getting screwed on the movies for a long time.
I'll find him.
Miles! Baby! Stay here! Please!
Dad's alive. I know it.
Okay, I can climb that. James Gunn is mid? I don't think he's mid. I think he's a really good director. But I don't know, just judging off of what he said so far.
There.
I don't know if he's the guy for DC. He doesn't seem to understand the characters and the themes well enough to really revive it. He doesn't have the sauce, is kind of the big thing, right? Like, whenever you have a new creative lead come in and really revive something like that, they've always got that sauce, and I don't think James Gunn has it. But we'll see you around, Jess. No caveman mode is not something I'm gonna complain about. Jesus. Even Gunn won't be able to save it? Well, isn't he essentially going to reboot it, from what I've gathered? Because honestly, if I got handed that mess, I would say, we just act like none of this ever happened. We just start over. Make a different continuity.
Can't cross yet.
Because there's really no salvaging that shit in its current state, if you ask me.
Okay.
Is this guy gonna look away? Or am I just gonna have to book it across? That works. The first Shazam was more because it was funny rather than it actually being good. That Kong game that just came out, that's made for PS2 in 2023. What are you talking about? No? Huh? I want to know what this is. Huh? Shit, that one didn't work. The Suicide Squad was nice. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen any of them since
That was right there.
Justice
Gotta
League.
help him.
That was the last time that I watched a Snyderverse film. Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, that works. He was not paying enough attention.
I got you, Dad.
The masks must really hurt their vision. I'm gonna guess that that's the case. Skull Island: Rise of the Kong. Are you sure that just came out?
We have to leave now.
That sounds like something that already came out, is it not?
Dad.
Oh, hold on. I might want to pull this up. Is there copyrighted music in it?
Dad!
Would I be able to pull it up on stream?
Dad, no! Wake up, Dad. Wake up. Wake up.
Can anyone verify if there's copyrighted music in that trailer? Real quick while this plays out. No longer has exaggerated swag. No, he hasn't gotten it yet, okay? Just hold on. He hasn't worked his way up to the swagger yet. Gotta be patient. Takes time.
I'm sorry for your loss. Do I know you? I'm Peter Parker. I was at City Hall when... Look, I know you don't know me, but I just wanted to say... I know what you're going through. That's what you were gonna say, right? Or it all gets easier with time. Don't worry. It's part of God's plan. I'm sorry. I was just trying to help. I know.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him.
His eyes look silly. Who eats? I have to assume we're talking about Peter. Peter's whole face looks silly.
Sorry, Jeff.
I'm busy. What's up?
Have you started looking for Martin Lee yet?
No, I told you I can't start a manhunt based on a hunch from Spider-Man.
But I'm telling you, he's the guy.
Get me some solid evidence and we'll talk.
Solid evidence. Right. Hey, it's me.
Hey, so what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I screwed up. And that kid lost his father.
I know you too well to say you should give yourself a break. What about the police? Do they have any news on Lee?
They're not even looking for him.
Whoa, what the...
Even Yuri doesn't believe me.
Then it's up to us to find him. I've been doing some research. Go to
More
this address.
goofy than silly.
Martin Lee bought a controlling
Perhaps.
interest in this recycling center last year.
You think he's hiding out there?
Maybe. We know he's not at Feast. If he's not at the recycling center, maybe you'll find some evidence as to where he might be.
Yeah. Good work, MJ. I'll let you know what I find.
Oh, one more thing. I talked with a detective about questioning the arrested demons. They're all claiming Martin Lee has the power to, quote, corrupt people.
Corrupt? What does that mean?
They say it's sort of like mind control. It brings out the negative part of you. Makes you do things you wouldn't normally do.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
This is coming from a guy who can run up walls.
Just like this. Goofy warrior or a silly soldier? I think I'm a bit of a goofy warrior, personally. Can I unlock this one? Nope. Also need challenge tokens for that. A skill point. And yep. Point launch boost. Appreciate it. Going straight across the tree has actually not been that bad. Like, sure, I could have way better skills by now. But it really has not been bad. It was an interesting experiment, and so far, so good, I guess. I feel like they did the suit dirty in the game. I like the suit normally. Like, in the movies, I think this suit looks great. But something about it in this game doesn't feel right.
For somber reflection, for mourning, and honoring fallen heroes like Jefferson Davis. But it's also a day to vow. It stops here. Some people say I blame everything on Spider-Man. Well, I don't blame him for the bomb. That cowardly act is squarely the responsibility of whoever committed it.
Damn.
If we're gonna keep New York safe, we can no longer tolerate the kind of lawlessness Spider-Man and his ilk represent. This is our city. By God, we're gonna take it back.
He really said, I'm not gonna blame him, but I'm gonna blame him. Doesn't have the exaggerated swagger. That's what I'm saying. Like, the advanced suit does have some exaggerated swagger. This one, it's lacking that something. Even with the same animations. Feels like it's lacking in exaggerated swagger, if you ask me. That's not how it's supposed to look. I think it's because it has to be, like, kinda... like, in certain places stretched, and in certain places, like, compressed to, like, fit the body model, right? It looks like his head is small. Or not small, sorry. Like, chonky is the best word I can think of for it. That's the best adjective I've got for it. His head looks chonky compared to what this suit, like what I'm used to it looking like. It's because of the body model, 100%, that it just doesn't feel right. Hold on. What was this game called? I'm just gonna look up Kong. Trailer. That is the movie? Ah. Hold on. There was a trailer from today. That's the announcement trailer. Oh no, it came out today. All the shit that I was seeing was not the trailer. It was... okay, hold on. It was gameplay stuff, I guess. I'm curious about this Kong game that apparently looks like a PS2 game. It is a current gen game. Had to confirm. I'm gonna leave the volume super low just in case. I'm risking it, just going in blind. Oh. No subtitles. Great trailer. Is there going to be gameplay? Oh god. Oh god. I can't raise the resolution more than this. His face is so cursed. Hold on. Give me that shot. Jesus Christ. This came out today. Sweet Jesus. It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours long. This is oh no, this is part 1. My bad. My bad. I thought this was a long play at first. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so look at, this is the Warzone event from like last year where they had Kong. All right, Game Riot. You got gameplay for me? Mute the video, of course. I'm gonna skip to where he's, is he going to get out of the tutorial? Okay, here we go. If you want the full gameplay, go check out Game Riot for this. This is a boss fight? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I have a tendency to put my hand over my mouth when I'm in shock. You can't even see that my jaw is agape at this. Oh, good lord.
It just wasn't working. Couldn't seem to block any of his attacks.
He's complaining about the boss. Yeah, full. If you want to see 30 minutes of gameplay, go to our boy Game Riot, who supplied me with enough to know what that is. Thank you, Game Riot. Jesus Christ. Back to this. Oh, it's like butter. Jesus. When did this come out? 2052? God damn.
MJ's hunch was right. Place is crawling with demons.
Oh. Chat, this is where we left off.
These guys out, then have a look around.
This is exactly where we left off when my save file got wiped. We're here. I didn't do this last week. We've caught up. As of the funeral scene. Last week, I watched the funeral scene, and that's when that stream ended. I didn't even notice until just now when I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do this recently. You see how much more swagger this suit has? You see how much more natural it feels? Look, I'm a Sam Raimi enjoyer. I am. But like, in 2052, you'll be 54. I'll be 50. Thank you very much. 50. Alright. Oh, I'm floating. You know, all I can really think of right now, if I'm being honest, is how much I would rather be playing Rise of Kong. What was the game even called? Rise of Kong Skull Island, or Skull Island Rise of Kong, something to that effect. I honestly want to watch the rest of Game Riot. I might go and watch that video later, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see more of that. Like, when I actually can. When I'm not literally just, like, yoinking his footage for the sake of reacting to it real quick. Which I really don't want to do. Which is why I clicked off of it so fast. Why I only watched a tiny little portion of it. But I can just see from that boss fight.
Use these on banks, not recycling centers. Maybe if I
Like,
can find where it gets its power from.
Yeah, that was not it. Oh, it's not even open. My bad. It was highlighted through the thing, and I thought it was just right there on the wall.
Electric webs.
He did the Sony game thing.
Circuits need a little more juice.
He did the Sony game thing, chat. A circuit board? Maybe my electric webs would work.
There.
Sorry, ponies.
Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe there's another junction box close by.
I'll make a Starfield joke next, just for you.
Gotcha. Almost there. One more box.
Also, speaking of Starfield, and the way that that game was apparently like one of the most controversial releases in years, which it really wasn't. It was just a lot of ponies trying to make it out to be bad because PlayStation, I guess. Who's ready for next, or not even next week, the end of this week? That's only like 3 days, actually. When the Xbots are gonna do the exact same shit for Spider-Man 2. They're gonna be like, man, this game looks so bad. It's like, it's basically the same game. They just re-released Spider-Man 2018. I'm just calling it all right now. I want everyone to know.
Man. Guns from Fisk's armory.
Gaming Twitter will be just as much of a disaster. It's just gonna be the Xbox guys doing the same thing that the PlayStation guys did to Starfield. Just shoot it with a taser. It'll fix whatever problems it has, of course. Makes sense.
These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait, these are Osborn campaign offices.
They already were for months now? Yeah. Like, they have been doing some of it. But it's like, Starfield also started months before release, but then when the game actually drops is when the shit show starts.
Lots of high-tech equipment.
Like, right now is when everyone needs to brace for impact on this one. Starfield was probably the worst I've ever seen it, to be fair.
explosives from Fisk's construction site.
Which might be
This
a good
wasn't
bit
gang war. The demons
like
were stealing from Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
of animosity, I guess, because it was not
you were
going
right.
to
He's
be
using this
an
place as a front
Xbox
for the demons.
exclusive,
Bomb-making, gun running.
but then it ended up being one.
And it looks like they're planning another attack.
I think that
This
made it
time on
worse.
Norman Osborn's campaign offices.
Starfield sucks.
With Norman Osborn.
I found an address here. I think it's their staging
If
area.
Starfield sucks, Skyrim sucks.
If I hurry, I might be able to stop them.
Be careful.
I will welcome people voicing their criticisms of Starfield,
Getting yelled at by my boss.
but acting like it's that different from Skyrim is crazy because
This
it's
time
not.
on Norman Osborn's campaign
As
office.
someone who actively enjoys both of the
Had a
games.
lot of false leads in the past week.
Trust me on this one. I'm sending you the address of a recycling center. You'll find all the evidence there.
Morrowind is a great game,
I'll get
thank
those
you.
Campaign offices evacuated.
I've given up on this one with the Morrowind sucks thing. Mods. I think Starfield with mods will be fucking crazy. I think that's a big thing as well. With any Bethesda game, of course. They're always like, yeah, they're fine if you play vanilla. But like, with mods. That's what makes those games like actually hold up to kind of the reputation that they have. The modding community really carries Bethesda's games. And it's true, I say this as a Bethesda fan. Because why would I ever play Skyrim vanilla when mods exist? Same with like Fallout 4, Morrowind. I would not go back and play Morrowind vanilla, and I love Morrowind. But I'm not gonna play it without mods. Because why would I?
Consolidated.
I'm not in a
shipping.
rush.
A lot of guys. I should try to do this quietly.
But
also with style.
Have used this term a lot this year, ever since I first used it, because I realized how much I love it and how it describes a lot of games. But for me, Bethesda games
That stuff I found at the recycling center.
are junk food games, right? Like, they aren't genuinely amazing games in terms of their design, their worlds, whatever. They're just really damn
Nice.
fun games.
Love using bad guys' own weapons against them.
When I say Bethesda games, I mean games actually made by Bethesda, to be clear. Because, like, Doom is like a genuinely fantastic game, but that's id Software.
And that, my friends,
And
is
id
what
Software
comic
has
justice
never
looks
missed. Not even with Doom 3, you bastards. When I say Bethesda, I mean like Bethesda game. Because they own a lot of studios that I don't count when I'm just talking about Bethesda games. I love these mines. I never use them, but when I do, they are just so fun. Check this shit out. He's gonna go check out what happened to his buddy. It's like, wait a minute, are those webs? Stupid bitch. Spaceships modeled after Macho Man Randy Savage. What I definitely think will be a great mod for Starfield. Not that I ever abused this, despite knowing about it while I was still playing the game. If you haven't seen, the way that the enemy AI works in Starfield, you can build a ship that is literally invincible in dogfights, because all enemy starships will target center mass on your ship. So people made these crazy spaceships, since you can make your own, custom build them, right? People made these super wacky ones that were essentially like a series of tubes that made like a square shape that were completely hollow in the middle. And by doing that, they made it so that in any dogfight in the game, your ship would never get hit. Because the enemy AI would shoot into the middle of that cube and shoot the empty space and never actually hit your ship. And so even just one of the early mods that I would want is just something to make it so that that does not happen. Yeah, the empty cube, there was like a crazy, like, there was one that had a wing that went out like insanely far to the left, and then it was just a normal ship otherwise, but because they aimed for center mass, the way that it's coded into the game, they would aim for like the wing rather than the actual mass of the ship, and they would barely ever hit, and that was like the predecessor to the empty cube design that then took over the meta of Starfield starships.
Good thing I stopped this when I did. You could blow up half of Manhattan with this stockpile.
That is a lot of explosives, I'm not gonna lie. Hello? What is this?
Huh. Invoice from an auto shop. Pale Horse Rides. That's one expensive tune-up. What else
Pale
can I
Horse
find around here?
Rides. No idea what that could mean. Love when people break systems like this. Oh yeah, it's very funny. But then it's like, okay, well once you know that, it's kind of hard to ignore that knowledge and, you know,
bases all around the
not
city.
build a cube. Because once you have that knowledge, it's hard to resist just having an invincible spaceship, right? Like one that literally never takes damage.
Looks like the demons have an army.
Who's not going to do that once they know about it? I am such a stickler about how I play games that I didn't do it. But the vast majority of people are going to start building empty cubes as soon as they know about it.
As if one deadly glowing whip wasn't enough.
Like, I actively avoid playing Stealth Archer most of the time when I play Skyrim. Just because it's so OP. Not to say I always avoid it, but I normally avoid it.
I think I stopped the demon's attack on Osborn's campaign office.
Nice. Did you find Lee?
No, but I found something we should look into.
I like to play fashion.
A place called Pale Horse Rides.
Sounds familiar.
Son of a bitch! The whip guys are so annoying. I forgot about them until just now. Oh, those were impacts? God damn it. Okay. Whoa, you guys are all, you know, throwing a lot of attacks, but not really connecting any. It's concerning. That's why my AC6 builds suck. I get to play AC6 next week again, so I am just patiently waiting to have an excuse to sink like 20 hours into that game again.
Copy, Silverbird. We're descending to location. There's another one. Safety's off.
Well, this is new.
No. This one's mine. All right. I'm executing this son of a...
Hey! That's not how we do things. Down! Down!
Code SM1.
Whoa! Before we do this, who the hell are you guys?
Code SM1. Code SM1. Holding for orders. Copy Code SM1. I have a visual. Hold for Silverbird.
Hello, Silverbird. I love the squinty eyepieces.
Nice entrance. Solid 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Release him. He works with us.
Yuri, explanation, please?
This is Silver Sablinova, head of Sable International, a private security force. Paid for by Mayor Osborne.
Oh, the mayor has a pet army now?
Next time you get in my way, I will not be so gentle.
Go. We'll talk later.
Okay. I'm waiting for my phone call. I guess there's no phone call. All right, demon hideouts. Or sorry, warehouses, not hideouts. Oh, skill point.
Sorry about that Sable thing. I should have told you earlier, but it all happened so fast.
It's okay. We're still best buds.
We're not best buds.
Well, that took a dark turn.
Oh, shit.
How does that happen? The mayor's ear and unchecked authority. We searched that address you gave me, found plenty of evidence of a bomb plot, but nothing that leads back to Martin Lee.
I'm working on that. Hey, MJ.
Hey, so I dredged up some records on Martin Lee's other business holdings. He's got places all over the city.
Huh. The locations line up with a map I found at that shipping business. I'll check them out.
Let me know what you find
What
in each one,
locations,
and
Pete?
I'll work on building a case.
You
What
got it.
locations?
I'm headed to Lee's office at Feast to see if I can learn more about why he's doing this. And what he's got planned next.
Okay, say hi to May for me. Wait, you don't think she's in danger, do you?
No. Lee's only got one target on his mind. Norman Osborn.
She works at the Feast Center. You would never. Ever. I probably could have stopped at that one, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't. That would not have been a bad idea.
Missed another call from Doc.
Oh.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers triple
Oh,
crossed,
I'm
Doc.
ready. I've been ready. You know it, Doc. Don't worry about me. Come on. I need more speed. What's happening? There we go. We're getting somewhere. A little bit. Give me that speed. I keep missing the big launches and stuff to try to actually get it back. Come on now. Demon Warehouse.
Douglas, this is Stable Control. Boss wants an update on your status. Control, demons are attacking Checkpoint Zulu.
Oh shit. Hold on, you guys. I'll be back for the warehouse. I love that all these checkpoints just appear the instant after I meet Sable. Like, we've been in this portion of the... I don't know what... I structured that sentence weird. The time skip to this point happened, like, before I did the story mission, but the checkpoints didn't appear until after. And now they're just everywhere. Like, these towers are just all over the city. You'd think I would have noticed these 10 minutes beforehand. Or maybe they're just that efficient.
So ominous.
It could be.
Another day, another dozen
Actually, I'm
crazy
supposed to go
dudes
this
in
way.
masks sent to prison.
I think the checkpoints are the only new crime that will appear, that will appear,
Officers are taking fire from a group of demons.
or not.
Move in on Manhattanville.
Actually, this might just be a normal one that I didn't get before.
Getting worse than Fisk ever was.
Can you not?
Officers, call your wounded back. I'll handle this.
I would prefer not getting the shit beaten out of me. Thank you. Bitch! You get over here. Get the smackdown. Now you. I love the finishers so much in this game. I remember them being great in Miles as well. I think I'm going to replay Miles after this. I could 100% that game too. That one was shorter. It only took me like, I think like 20 hours to do Miles 100%. I remember it just not being as long, because it is just an expansion, right? Whoa. There we go.
I think that's it. Everyone okay?
Maybe now I can go do that warehouse. Perhaps. Oh, I should not have made my entrance like that. I could have stealthed it. Anyway. Now that all the snipers are looking at me. Whoa! My perfect dodge window is not... Oh, he didn't even fall down here? Oh, he got webbed to the side of the wall, that's why. I thought the building was not tall enough for that to happen. I thought he was actually gonna fall into the street. Bitch. And bitch. There we go.
So much for the opening act.
Main event's inside. That's what he was going to say. That's the second crash today. What is happening? I remember this port being pretty optimized. But I've had a fair amount of glitches during this rerun. RuneScape time? Oh. Perhaps it is RuneScape time. Now that you say it? Yeah, that sounds about right. 2 crashes means RuneLight is getting opened. What was I? Oh, I remember. I was training melee. Because I wanted to go and kill that boss. I think I'm going to go check the Grand Exchange. I don't know. Well, maybe I level, like, a melee skill. Like, just one of them. Not do, like, all 3. But maybe I level 1 real quick, and then I go back to my, my money-making schemes. Hello, Unicorn. Welcome back. Here we go. Get me in. I don't know why it always defaults me to a members-only world. But it's starting to get a little annoying. Yeah, so maybe... Let's see, I got all of them up to 38, right? Yep. So maybe I just train, like, attack to 39. And just over time... Is the music quiet? Let me know. Is RuneScape... Is it too quiet when I play it, chat? Or is it at a good volume? I wonder if... Oh, I have the music at 5%. Yes? Here. How's 10% sounding? Because that did increase by a good bit. But I'm good. I'm making progress on recovering the video schedule. That just meaning, I mean, last week I fell behind by like a day and a half or so on like what pace I like to be at for the videos. And I got so much done last night and this morning that I am quickly catching back up. Am I using a visual mod? Yeah. I'm using like a plugin to overhaul the lighting and stuff like that. Steve Wiggy seems legit from what I can tell. Oh, here, let me turn off my running. So yeah, we'll chop some frogs for a little bit. And then probably get back to some scheming. Wow, level 58 and you're down here? 69 and killing rats? What are these people doing? Do you know how to RuneScape, friends? Do you understand? Now he's got a genie. Since Tears isn't getting DLC, what would I want? It might sound basic. For me, it would be upgrading the Master Sword. Not through Sword Trials. I think Sword Trials are, like, okay for what they were in Breath of the Wild, but they could have been a lot better. So just a new way to do that. I'm honestly glad that they're not doing DLC, because Tears is already... like, it... Sorry, I'm thinking as I go. It's so rich in content that there's no reason for them to try to add more. I would definitely say, like, yeah, just go work on the next game. Also, the wording from the director on it was very interesting, where he didn't just say, we've done all we want for this game. He said that the team feels... Again, his words were, the team feels like they've done all that they can with the world of Hyrule right now. Which a lot of people think, like, the next Zelda game will not be a direct Tears of the Kingdom / Breath of the Wild sequel, just because of the way that he worded that. And I might be inclined to agree. There will be some amiibo. I've spoken my opinions on amiibo before. At what point should I progress? For Melee, pretty much like up to 40 for frogs. At 40 and up, there are definitely better ways to go. But 40, I would say, for your Melee skills. Those big bones just appeared. I won't complain. I'll take some free big bones. Is that guy safe spotting rats in Limgrave? It's an interesting way to train magic, sure. Because of the amount of safe spots in RuneScape, you really don't need to use, like, the lowest level enemy in the game. I wanted to know more about the other 3 dragons. I don't feel like they're ever going to directly give us anything about it. Only because they so cheekily named them after the 3 goddesses from, like, the classic era games. Like, they aren't exactly named after them, but the names are so close. And the fact that it has all 3 of them, like, it's not a coincidence. It was intentional. And I don't think they're going to, like, directly answer more than that in regards to those dragons. Also, Master Mode. Tears of the Kingdom is already on Master Mode. Master Mode for Tears would be garbage, in my opinion. Only because, like, all that Master Mode ever did was raise the health and attack damage. Sorry. I don't know why I lost it there. Of enemies. And in Tears, I already felt like the numbers were so artificially inflated compared to Breath of the Wild. I no-hit the final boss, and that wouldn't change on Master Mode, is what I'm saying. Because all that it does is just, it raises the health and the damage values. It didn't, like, you know, add in new attacks or, like, make them more aggressive or anything. It just raised the values. So if you no-hit on normal mode, you can still no-hit on Master Mode. I never thought Master Mode was very good, in all honesty. Just, that's where I'm coming from on this one. It always felt like the same game, just artificially made... I don't even want to say more difficult, just more punishing. A bunch of items just appear. I don't know why it would... It can't be from other worlds, right? It can't be bleed over. It could be bleed over. I might have to world hop. There are so many people training melee here. I am going to World Hop. I don't even... It's one of these tabs. Here it is. No? That's account. It's this one. No. It's... Hold on. I remember how to do this. I was literally doing this the other day. What happened? That's right. I got it. Well, this is player count, right? Yes. Sorry. It might be. It could be. I wonder what kind of system it's using if that's what it is. It definitely could be. Oh, here we go. See how many less people are here now? This is what we needed. I might even need food at the rate we're going. I'm at 12 HP. Even high levels that shouldn't be there. Yeah, a lot of people that could definitely train more optimally higher up, like this guy who's level 74. I don't know why he's here training giant frogs, but he is for some reason. Tears of the Kingdom was a very good game. But for me, most of my problems from Breath of the Wild were left unchanged. And then it had a couple new problems of its own. I still am in the camp of game is overrated after like 100% and sitting on it for a few months. It had such a strong initial impression, but the more of it that I played through for the 100%, the more that I really was like, this is everything that I hated in Breath of the Wild, just carried over. Which, to be fair, 100%ing those games is like, probably the worst way to play them. But it really just, it's the worst way in the sense that it exacerbates all the core flaws in those games. The rain. Like, the rain, they even, you know, frog armor's there, but then frog armor is such a bitch to even get. And, like, it doesn't fully negate the rain slipping, it just makes it a little less annoying. The rain is terrible still. There's just too many repetitive activities. Like, there's no reason to have 1,000 Koroks. I said it in Breath of the Wild, I said it in Tears. Like, you can have the Koroks, but I don't know why there are so many. Especially when there's no reward for doing all of them. There's too many shrines. There could be like 40 shrines that are 3 times as long as the normal ones. And just every single one of them gives you a heart piece or a stamina container at the end. It would feel so much better. Just cut the shrines down and make them way longer. Have every single one give you a reward right away. Instead of every time that you journey out and find one of those things, you get a quarter of your progress towards an eventual reward. That doesn't feel good. That feels like a grind. Got a literal piece of crap, yeah. In both games. They did the same joke twice. Game has problems. Armor swapping was so much more obnoxious in Tears because of the new armor sets. It's great to have armor sets, but man, we need a new way to swap armor. Like, we need a quick select. We need to be able to, like, change the whole set at once. Like, there should be an option for that. We need a new way to change armor, right? Because in Tears, it's so annoying. The amount of armor swapping that you have to do is truly insane in that game. Which doubles the funny. Yeah, doing it twice makes it twice as funny, right, guys? I'm trying to think of other, like, big things. I'm struggling to remember. Oh, Sky Islands were such a good idea, but in my mind, were not executed as well as they could have been. I would have loved if there were, like, a fifth of the amount of islands, but every single one of them was, like, the Great Sky Island in terms of scale. Because outside of the Great Sky Island, which is an amazing initial impression for them, after that, they're all pretty underwhelming. Like, I was never all that excited by Sky Islands past the Great Sky Island. Full Korok armor set. Just anything. Anything that is not a literal piece of shit would be nice. The inflated, not even inflated, the artificial difficulty in Tears was ridiculous with, like, the hidden XP system. By the time that, if you're 100%ing the game, by the time you've even cleared, like, 2 regions worth of the game's total content, your XP system is completely maxed out. And from that point on, you're getting nothing but the highest tier enemies in the game for the entire game. Like, to the point where when I was doing armor upgrades, near, like, the halfway point of my playthrough, I needed to find, like, basic rarity enemies, and I couldn't find them. I had to go out and search for, like, guaranteed spawns that aren't affected by the XP scaling, because I just couldn't find those monster parts anymore. Like, basic enemies, by the time I was even, like, a quarter of the way through the game, completely ceased to exist. And everything past that point was just a crazy damage sponge that existed to break my weapons and, like, two-shot me. Anytime that I did make a slip. Wish we could see the XP system. Yeah, it would be nice just in the sense of, like, people could actually understand that it's happening in the first place, because if you don't know from, like, YouTubers and stuff telling you, or in my case, my chat telling me, I would have thought that the game was just balanced like shit. Which, to be honest, is a valid thought, because the game is balanced like shit. Like, there's nothing hard about that. That's just annoying. In, like, a shallow attempt of difficulty, they've just made an equally easy game that just takes longer to play now. Because of the way that the enemy values have changed. Tears has a lot of problems still. It fixes, like... I was about to say that it fixes a couple things from Breath of the Wild, but I'm... Did it? Now that I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Did it fix, like, any of the big Breath of the Wild problems? Do you think they're gonna retire Ganon for next game? I think they probably will. I'm the kind of person who they could do Ganon every game and I wouldn't even be upset. Oh, also, you said define classic era. Classic era nowadays for Zelda, when people say that, it literally just means pre-Breath of the Wild. Because the formulas are, like, there's 2D, there's 3D, and 3D is literally just 2D with a different camera. And then there's open world. So nowadays, like, back in the day, classic era would have meant, like pre-Wind Waker, probably. like prior to Breath of the Wild coming out. I feel like that's what we used to mean when we said like classic Zelda games. We meant like anything before kind of Wind Waker. But nowadays it has transformed to mean anything prior to Breath of the Wild. They already used other villains in Breath of the Wild and Tears. Alright, I'm done training melee because my health is at like 4. I got most of the way to attack 39, so that's good enough for me. I made progress. How is monkey business? I'm heading to the exchange now to see. I'm gonna see if monkey business is the play. I'm gonna see if the pie shells are the play. I'm gonna see what's up on the exchange today. See what scheme we're going for. Want to see Vati again? I don't think I played that game. Whatever game that is, I don't think I played it. Dark Link from Four Swords was cool. Was Dark Link like the main villain of Four Swords? I didn't play Four Swords. Whoa, 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 whoa. They used input X and Y without normalizing. This was a different time. You gotta think. RuneScape was made in... Well, RuneScape came out in 2001. It was a different time. It's also tile-based. So it's weirder to try to normalize within tile-based because the way that it goes, like the way that you'll start to path, right? You can't, like, it has to work off of a system, at least the way that it's coded, like, foundationally, where your character walks into, like, the center of the tile whenever it moves. So it just kind of ends up, like, zigzagging sometimes. Which is probably what you saw, I'm guessing. Was my boy zigzagging? Slipped into a southern accent for a second there. I am prone to it without thinking about it sometimes. Or use hexes? Yeah. Tile-based, it works. The tiles, hold on, you can see when I click too. Because of a plugin that I have active, you can see the tiles. Normally when you played the game, you wouldn't be able to like that. The tiles are fairly large. Which is why you get like a lot of zigzaggy stuff. Okay. Time to check. I'm gonna check pie dishes first. Because they have a greater chance. I'm actually gonna check how much money I have to play with. 120k is not bad to start. That's not a bad input. Add in this gold bar money. Alright. So, pastry dough. Keep in mind, there are 2 items I need. So the Ooh! I have never seen pastry dough up at 213. It looks like it is not going to be the day. Let's see. Pie dish. 170, so it's like a 385 input. And we'd be able to sell... Ooh, for 491 though. Alright, you know what, chat? Let's try it out. Let's try an inventory of it. Give me 13 pastry doughs. They are not filling at 217. It might be higher than it said. And 13 pie dishes as well at Let's see, 170 allegedly. Oh boy. Yeah. All right, let's see what this ends up being. Oh wait, these are filling. Okay, those are filling, just not instantly. These, however, let's try 220. Oh boy, someone is scalping the shit out of the pastry doughs right now. Hold on. What is this? Let's try 230. There we go. Went for a little less than 230. The rest of the pie dishes did not fill. So let's try like 175. Get the rest of them. I need 8 more. What did I just say? I think I might have misspoken. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. They are not filling at 175, at least not instantly. I'm just trying to test here, man. Like, I could go for optimal margins if I actually sat down to do this, but I gotta decide if I'm gonna sit down to do this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Odds are looking not good on me actually sitting down and doing pie shells today. Pie shells might not be the move today. Let's try 190. They actually filled at 190. Oh boy. Put them in, take them out. Oh, I could have done... I forget. I keep thinking that the inventory is 26, but it's not. Make the shells, we sell them, we see what happens. I'll pull out the calculator, run my totals here, see what we got. Can I get 491? Any takers? Seems like almost insta-fill. That's not bad. Let me check how bones and bananas are looking. Bones are going 83. Bananas are going 92. That doesn't seem good either. Call me crazy, that doesn't seem a whole lot better. Damn. I might have to come up with a new scheme off of the wiki list. Hold on. Come up with a new scheme as in find a new one, that is. It's looking rough. It's a rough day on the market, boys. Hold on, how much did I invest, right? Because let's assume that I bought all the dishes for 190, since that's what actually filled. Sorry, my mic cable pushed down a second time. So that was 190 times 13. And then we've got that plus 2873. So I input 5,300 for 6,300 back. I mean, it's 20%. They're not filling the rest of the way at 491 though. Is the thing. Let's see, what do they fill for? Oh my god, they filled at 483. Okay, so I still got out, how much? We're looking at 5,300 compared to, yeah, 6,400. This is actually my profit, okay. You know, that's not even a bad margin. I'm gonna be real, chat. That's not even that bad. Hold on, what did I buy these for? 221 and 170. Let me do more of this. Let's try 100 of each. And then give me my pie dishes for... I don't remember what. I said 170, I think it was 190 though. I would be right. Let's try this out. Hefty investment. Let's see what we can... Oh, shit. No. No, not X. 14. I did 10. I don't want to say 4 because then it'll change my custom amount. Alright, let's cook these pie dishes. Or, sorry, shells. See what we can make happen here. It's time to play the market. The margin was a little less than 20%. I'm gonna put those in for a lot. One of them sold. I got an update for one of 14 immediately. While I'm making them, I don't need them to insta-fill, is the thing. While I'm in the process of working through it, that's not something I'm overly worried about. We don't need the insta-fill until I'm done. So I might as well put them in at a high price for now and just see if anyone takes them. Like that one that randomly sold. Shit, I said all again. 14. I'm just in the habit of withdrawing all whenever I'm doing something like this. We wait for them to craft. I wish that the bones to bananas weren't so shit right now. It's only 9 GP profit per banana. Like, that's pretty shit. That's very slow profit. Put these all in, together. How much did I spend on this total? If I already got... Well, not actually 20k sitting in there, never mind. I was gonna say if I've already got 20k in there, but I really don't, in all honesty. Because I'm gonna lower the price to get them to insta-fill. I'm just... Apparently someone paid 508. This is not Spider-Man, I'll ban you. Don't think I won't. Catch the ban hammer. We are out here playing the market, Odorine. Alright? We're buying pastry dough. We're buying pie dishes. Making pie shells. Selling for profit. It's a big scheme happening out here, alright? This is what capitalism looks like. We're out here making mad stacks. I just realized on the last batch that I can wait to condense them because I'll have a free inventory slot. This is a mini game in Spider-Man. Yeah, this is actually part of the 100%. There's Kilometer Morales. Are you gonna be playing the new game next week? Are you gonna buy it? Or sorry, I keep saying next week. It's on Friday, and I keep saying next week. On Friday? I know you got a PS5. Alright, Ryden, we'll see you around. Of course. This is gonna suck not being able to spoil it for me, huh? Since I'm gonna be waiting for PC. Unless you wanna send me your PS5, I'll rent it from you. I need it by Friday. If we're doing it. Withdraw. Thank you. 500 doll hairs for a month. I don't know if it's worth it, because then I could just buy one. For 500 doll hairs, I could buy one. I don't know, man. Alright, let's just get them to autofill. Or, sorry, insta-fill. Autofill. What's the margin looking like on that calculator time? It actually looks like I barely made money. Hold on a second, chat. I think I barely made money. I made 6K? Oh. I did not profit. I mean, I did. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm missing the one that sold for $554. I made 7K. Not even. It's a shit day on the market, boys. It's rough out here. I withdrew a coin. I don't know if it's worth trying for more. It's just they're not really selling. Or sorry, it's not that they're not selling, it's that the input items are so scalped right now. What's the margin on the PS5? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Trying to find a new scheme. But I don't know if any of these are going to be much good. Granted, I think a lot of schemes on here will be better than that. But I don't know if any of them are great. That's disappointing. Like, bones to bananas. Are those really still... Oh, sorry, I don't want more pastry dishes. The price on them went up. The pie dishes, that is, not pastry. The bones to bananas. Bones are at 81. Bananas are at 98? Okay, the margins have shifted here. These are very high volume items. So these can shift around a lot, right? I think I could invest in 17 profit per banana. Let's buy 1,000 bones. Oh, I didn't even spend the full 82K. I got them cheaper. Hold on. I might be jumping back in at the right time. Allow me to get my wizard's garbs. Oh wait, I don't want water staff, do I? Hold on a second. Actually, keep the shoes and gloves for the drip. Hello? I'll keep them there. Hold on, bones to bananas is... Oh, I do want the water staff, never mind. I need my earth and my nature runes. Oh wait, I'm actually kind of low on nature runes. We should be fine. Fuck with bananas, check this shit out. Do some wizard shit. Inventory of bananas. Just like that. Let's put them at 101 apiece, see what happens. See if any of those fill. Grab the bones. Wizard shit. Sell the bananas. Now this is a scheme. Buy bones in bulk. Magically turn them into bananas for profit. This is real RuneScape scheming right here. Real wizard bullshit. If someone buys them at 100 a piece, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because someone might. Like, there might just be that one guy who's, like, grinding endgame bosses who really needs some bananas for healing. And he's just gonna be like, I don't care how much they cost, I'll profit anyway. And he's gonna throw 100 gold at it. It's possible, is all I'm saying. Gotta see what we can get for these bananas. I spent... It was 67K on the bones. Is the number to keep in mind for the initial investment here. Whatever number I get back at the end, subtract 67, a flat 67, not even like, it is flat 67K is what I spent. So we'll see. So far, we're looking at how much? Like 17K, probably. Just from what we've flipped so far. I think we're gonna make a decent chunk off of this. I think we'll make a decent little bit. Nothing insane. You know, these margins aren't insane today. But I think we'll make a decent bit off the banana scam. We got 234 in there. We keep her going. Keep her cooking. Give me some bananas. Give me... Hold on. More bananas. This also levels my magic slowly. Like, very slowly, but... It's kind of nice to have it be like, oh, it's primarily for making money, but I also get some magic XP out of it. I'm gonna have to buy nature runes. That's gonna kill my profits. I'm not gonna lie. Because nature runes are not the cheapest. I might end up pretty much breaking even on this. I won't bullshit. The nature runes are gonna hurt me here. This is why we stay stocked up on our runes. I'm hopeful that it's not the case. I could probably... If I don't want to just break even, I could probably drop like 10K on nature runes. It would get me through the rest of them. We'll see. I've got 6 more inventories of bananas still with the runes I've got right now. So I'll see how much they're gonna sell for and try to like guess how much I should buy in terms of nature runes. I don't want this to be for nothing. Like, I still want to be able to profit here if I can. Honestly, the pie shells might have been better. For like time spent. I'm just thinking about it right now. Considering that, like, yeah, I did only make like 5K off of 100. But how much am I actually gonna make off of 1,000 bones to bananas? Like, would I have been better off in terms of like time investment had I stuck to the pie shells? That really is the question here. But these banana margins went up. I couldn't help myself. Alright, so we're about halfway through the flip. And we're looking at like 45K in revenue. So we have not broken even yet. So for nature runes... God, I forget how expensive these bitches are. Thank God, they filled right away, and for a little less than I asked. Or than I offered, not asked, sorry. So that add, what was that? Add 8,900, I think, I just spent to my investment. So we're gonna be at like 76,000 investment. Investment. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a big return on this. I'm actually not. This might be a bit of a flop. I won't lie, this might not have been the move, even with the better margins. I might have been better off with the pie dishes. Oh boy. Let's see. Are they not gonna fill at 97? Oh no, because 97, I was even like, okay. Let's start to get some revenue back. You know, let's undercut the market a little bit. And so far, it looks a little bit like a yikes. Uh-oh. We're at about the break-even point. We're getting to that point. Not quite there, but we're about there. But I might have to sell them for 96 a piece. So might bring us down a little bit. What would that be? By 1,000? Artorius of the Abyss, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. It's the real Artorius of the Abyss, you guys. It's him. He just subbed. Come on, banana profits. Someone's got to be buying these bitches for 97 a piece. I know someone out there is buying them for 97. The RuneScape community would never let me down like this. I know they wouldn't. They got me. Uh-oh. I even just, in my sheer clicking speed, what the hell was that? Dropped them to 96. That is not great. At the very least, even selling them at like 95, I'm not gonna lose money. Hell, I could probably sell them for like 90 and still break even. But it's gonna be all this time spent for barely anything in return. I do believe that if I had spent this amount of time doing pie shells, I would have made a better return. I don't know why I'm still putting them up for 100. Clearly they're not gonna fill. Oh shit, I almost put them up. At 93, I bet they would sell. I would assume they will sell at 93 should I need to. But I really don't want to. Keep in mind, I roughly invested... Oh no. I just put one banana in there. Great. Roughly invested 70K into this venture. So right now I'm going to assume I might be able to sell them for 80. Out of all this, I might get 10K. Which is why I'm saying I think I would have been better off doing the pie shells. C95. Oh, that is not good. That is not a good sign. C94? Alright. Alright. 93. No way. Alright, let's undercut. See what they actually fill at. They filled at 89. I made 20K. I made 20K. I'm going back to pie shells. I'm doing it. Going back to pie shells. Give me that pastry dough. Don't remember how much I was buying it for. Clearly more than that. Don't remember how much I was buying these for either. I gotta keep track of how much I'm investing here. I gotta try to control myself a little bit more than I am. There we go. There's 200 dishes. And then... what are these going for? Okay, so I spent 38 plus 44. I spent 82 grand on this one. Initial investment of 82 grand. Let's see what we can make happen with them. These do take a little longer per, like, item, but I think in terms of the time investment, and especially the profit margins right now, I think this is better. I keep hitting question mark. My clicks are not accurate. I'm losing efficiency here. Come on. I know I can make all these pie shells faster. You're telling me that I've got... where's my cooking skill? 13 cooking just to make pie shells this slowly? I don't think so. There's no way. Yeah, these are a lot slower. Like, per item, per inventory swap even. But they're just so much more valuable than bananas and bones. So the margins are still great. The time spent for how much you get out of it normally is great. We'll see what I can get here in terms of, like, how much can I sell these for? I know that that says 21, but I am not going to be selling them for 500. I just kind of want them in there, and I'm just kind of asking for more so that I can see what we're doing, what we're working with here. Yeah, those bones to bananas were pretty shit, right? 'Cause I made, like, oh, I sold a pie shell. It happened. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if I leave them in there at 500 while I'm still working through it, some of them might sell. That was a little jank, but it works. I accidentally withdrew an extra one. I'll take the one sale at 500. It certainly helps out. What did I even invest? I already forgot how much I invested into this one. I invested like 82 grand. Okay. Had to check. Keep in mind, whatever I pull out, I sold one for 503. And that's important to remember. Probably. I really should get my smithing leveled once I have a ton of cash to put into it. I think that it's just going to be very worthwhile. Because you can make a ton of money with smithing on a free-to-play account. But leveling smithing, oh, I did not mean to withdraw all, can be expensive, is the big downside. So I'm not sure if it would be worthwhile, but it can be. Really, as far as getting a skill increased to be able to make money, magic is probably the one to look at, in all honesty. Because then I could do high alching. That would definitely help in terms of just the grinding money part. But yeah, I'm not sure. Right now, the wiki has the pie shell making at like 600k an hour, and I don't know where they are pulling their prices from for the exchange, but holy shit, is that wrong? Because if this was making like 600k an hour, I would make like 100k off of this batch. And I'm not. Profit, mind you. They are not saying revenue. They are saying profit. Like input to output profit. So let me tell you, wherever these numbers are coming from, it is not a good source. It makes me wonder how accurate the other ones are. Because they also have, like, high alching at 500k an hour, but can that even be true if this is so heavily inaccurate? Oh shit, I need to pull them. Because so far, I haven't even broken even on this shit. So I highly doubt that I'm going to make enough profit for it to be equivalent to 600k an hour. There's just no way. That. I'm getting there. I'm almost close to the point where I'm just gonna throw them in to see what they sell for. See how much I made. We're getting there. The moment of truth is close. A part that's either more exciting than expected or more disappointing than expected pretty much every time. Which one will it be this time? Who knows? Give it another minute. Oh, what? When did I open Blizzard? Hello? Shit. Thank God my Blizzard's on my business email. To be fair, most of my accounts are. I barely use my personal email for anything. I'm at the point where we are profiting from this endeavor, assuming they sell at 500. Dropping them by like 20 or so shouldn't kill it necessarily in terms of profit. But it's gonna hurt a little bit. The numbers that I'm seeing right now are not the numbers I'm gonna see. Get these last 4. Throw these bitches in, condense them down, see what we can get. Actually, I didn't even need to do that, now that I'm looking at it. I did sell 1 for 500. It's important to keep in mind. Would I get 97K? Not looking so hot on that one. Would I get 96K? It's looking like a no. Carlos, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. How about... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Alright. You know what? There we go. I got 95. I made 13K. Oh, what a shit day on the market. What a shit day on the market. Anyway. I could end here and get another 30 minutes to catch up with my video schedule. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do. And by that, I mean that's what I'm going to do. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, if you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing the Spider-Man 100%. I will be continuing that. I will not play it over the weekend because everyone's going to be playing the new one. But I'll be continuing it. So feel free to come back for that. Probably next week once I give everyone the time to play the new one. I've been doing 100% in every Armored Core game. Been working through that slowly but surely. That's been an adventure. I've got other stuff coming up soon. Like the Halloween game I'll probably start up pretty soon. And then, I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, I do have an idea that I'm probably starting up soon, but I will wait, because I haven't talked about that yet. But it's a good idea. Take my word. Other than that, if you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to leave a like on the stream as well. Helps out a lot with algorithm and stuff, so I'd really appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, feel free to check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, TikTok, anything like that. It's all down there if you're looking for it. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.